Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We've got Michelle, Randall, Estelle, CJ, and our newest guest, Chris, joining us last game. We're all back, ready to play the finale to this Chapter 7 of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Of course, we've been in the Tomb of Wayward Souls. We'll jump into recap in a second, but everybody, tonight had awesome dinner. Awesome. Like, one of those rare dinners where you're like, man, that came out the way we wanted it to. My wife and I sent her. I send her recipes. I see them on, whatever social media. Why can't I think of the words of social media? Instagram,
TikTok?
Facebook, things like that. That's it. No, I don't do TikTok, but
All
basically
over
do
it.
the other ones. Yeah. So I sent her a recipe for it's like a creamy steak ramen, and it looked a little over ambitious. And I was like, I sent a lot of things, like just random stuff, see if anything, she was interested in getting that. And all of a sudden, yesterday, she's like, "Hey, I got the ramen stuff." And I was like, "What? Crazy!" So I was really excited all day. I'm thinking about this ramen. We made it. It came out so good. It was like a golden, creamy looking broth, with good noodles from like H Mart and like picanha steak. Oh, so good. The only issue is, I think she put a tiny bit too much of the spice packet in, and it. Chris, remember we went to the Warhammer tournament in February, and we got the
Yeah,
ramen at that place, and mine was just so hot.
you were sweating.
I was sweating. I like literally was just meat sweats from that ramen. It was so bad. It was spicy, meaty. Tonight though, it wasn't as bad, but my wife doesn't like the spice as much, so it was a little too hot for her. But I thought it was perfect. So my question to you is, what's like your perfect? You could have any meal, the perfect meal. What would it be? What would it be?
We talk in one plate or like meal, like
Let your
how many
imagination run.
courses?
Let your imagination run wild here.
Well,
No,
if
I
my
was a
imagination is
mistake,
running
Bob.
wild, I want the food from Hook, because that's just a bunch
We
of
can stop
imaginary
the stream.
food.
That's the answer.
I want
So good.
I want my
it's just
food is
all
pure childhood joy.
Yeah.
it's all rainbow colored puddings and
Yeah. That'd be good. Hey, listen, that's a little more imagination than I had anticipated with the question, but I'll
I
accept it.
mean, you opened it up.
I'll open it up.
That's the most imaginative meal I can think of.
What about
It's the
you,
food
Randall?
from Hook.
You said you had a possible slew of foods.
Well, I mean, it feels weird because I really don't like cooking for myself. I love cooking. I hate cooking for myself. Um, I have twice accidentally made two of the best things I've ever eaten. But not at one of them was for other people. But the other time was kind of just a spin-off of that. But it was just like really, really good. And like trying to think of like dishes that I could get at a restaurant is an impossible task that I would be here forever for. So that came to mind, and it's a like six different types of mushroom pot pie. So it's like a mushroom pot pie. It's like really, really like a nice like creamy inside. The recipe called for celery. I told the celery to go fuck itself. And I added more mushrooms, carrots, and onions. Because celery sucks. It's a useless thing.
I
It
love
is
celery.
only useful if it is delivering peanut butter to someone. And then,
Ants
I
on a
mean, if we're
log.
going courses, I would have a delicious berry pie as my dessert. I would have a pie and pie, double pie night.
That's a meal right there. That'll get you going. Nice.
It,
What
it
about
will actually very much do the opposite. You will need to sleep. You will want to sit down for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I could eat that too. Actually, though, I dig celery. I really do. I don't know. I like weird foods. I feel like I like everything. There's very few foods that I like. I'm like, whatever. I like pretty much everything. What about you, Chris? I feel like you have to have a great meal lined up if you could pick anything.
Well, yes, in fact, I do. Over the years, I definitely spent a lot of time as a waiter and working in restaurants. And when the nights would be slow, I'd go in the kitchen and ask the owner to teach me how to cook. And so I picked up quite a bit of tricks along the way. And one of my favorites is a bordelaise sauce, red
Ooh.
wine, peppercorn bordelaise
Yeah.
with shallots, a little bit of garlic. So like when I'm really trying to impress like a lady on a date or something, I'll get a nice porterhouse and put that on the grill, and I'll prepare this bordelaise with some mushrooms in there. So good. And like, because it's so fun to watch it like happen because it's such a
Really?
special. If you've ever tried a bordelaise, because they're like a magical sauce where you have to cook it to right the exact point. Too much and they're overcooked. Not enough and they don't cook right. So you got to get it so it's just perfect. And it's really interesting.
I could see
So
that
anyway,
actually.
yes, so that's when I pull out the magic, the bordelaise.
Oh, from the Bordeaux region of France. Oh, you're really
Nothing
breaking out
beats
all
a
the
good
fancy.
pan sauce.
Yeah, look at that.
Mm,
Looks good.
yes.
I'm looking at all these pictures of whatever it's paired with, the steaks and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Well,
good.
check it out. It's certainly worth a look if you've never made a bordelaise. It's not easy, but well, I mean it's not too hard either, but it's
Yeah.
fun to make a
Okay,
good
interesting.
bordelaise.
What about you, Michelle?
Man, I feel like I'm pretty simple when it comes to food. Like people ask me what I like to eat, and like my go-to answer is that I'm a
Ranch
dumpster and I will
dressing.
eat just ranch from a cup. Actually, I don't really like ranch that much of all
Mm.
things. But generally, I like any and all foods. I said I was a garbage disposal for a long time, and people didn't like the sound of that. People would always say, "Don't say that about yourself." So now I've switched to dumpster. I'll eat anything, but I do really like Randall's answer because I like foods like encased in carbs in general, like dumpling, ravioli, pie. Like this format really does it for me. So I like a good like minced meat pie, like a steak and ale pie. Like
Mm.
let's see. I love lasagna. My students have like an inside joke where they like anytime they have to say like the teacher's favorite object, they always default to lasagna. So maybe like a steak and ale pie and chase that with lasagna. And then my
I thought
my
I was having a
favorite
sleepy meal.
Yeah,
no, food comas are a way of life.
for real.
And then for dessert, my favorite dessert is tiramisu. So that'd probably be
Oh,
the course.
we just made that like a week and a half ago. So good. Yeah.
Envy. Wow.
Wow,
Yes.
these are some great
Out of
meals.
curiosity, do you like the like traditional like ladyfinger tiramisu or the more like cake like tiramisu? There's not a wrong
Ladyfinger.
answer, but like I they both feel like very different things to me.
Yes. No, it's an important distinction. I
We
mean,
made ours.
I don't discriminate. Tiramisu is tiramisu is god tier dessert for me. But yeah, ladyfinger, rum, the whole like OG format. That's what I go for. Personally.
We made ours in the same thing we make our meatloaf in. So it was very much loaf-like. It was good though.
Nice. Ah,
And
a
Estelle.
loaf is a perfect quantity of tiramisu.
A loaf
Okay,
is
sorry. Yes.
No, a loaf is a great measurement unit. I'll take one loaf, please, of
Yes.
mincemeat pie.
Yes.
And
That
Estelle,
will
what do
get
you
you
got?
into trouble so rapidly.
CJ got me thinking about fantasy meals, and I'm just looking at a picture from the video game Monster Hunter World. If you've played it, you know what I'm talking about. Because they do meals in there, and it's just that's what I think of when I think of like a proper like big old meal.
Wow.
It's like they got like a sort of like saffronish like rice with shrimp on top of it. They got like 3 skewers with sausage, like red meat and shrimp on it, like a whole rotisserie chicken, a slab of cheese, just the whole works.
It's like a comic book. Eating,
You gotta
cartoon.
look at pictures of it. It looks great. And
What's it
Cooking with
called?
Babish made it. Okay, Monster Hunter World meal. Just look up an image of it. It just looks
Oh.
great.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I think I see the exact one with the skewers. Oh man.
Yeah, it's great.
Do you see the Thanksgiving one with all the cats?
Yeah, no, those are Polacos.
Is that not the same game? I don't know.
No,
because
it is. No, you do have a cat companion, and there are cats in the world, and they do
It looks
cook.
disturbing. You got to just search Monster Hunter World meal cats. Oh my god.
So weird. Why is all the food blocks and next to a mine? This feels like doesn't feel like Monster Hunter.
It's weird. Well, I like it. I like all these meals, and you know what's going to taste real great? Getting that rod piece, right? Am I right? Yeah, I brought
Oh
it
yeah.
back. Yeah. Thank you, CJ.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
yes.
We're like 10 minutes in and we've had so many cursed comments already.
Have we? That's good. How's it going, YouTube chat? Welcome. We've got some OGs here in the chat. We got James from KC, Tasman, Cam, maybe even more. I just haven't even looked. Sue is in the chat. Nice to see you all tonight. Welcome. This is the finale of Chapter 7. We have one more chapter with rod pieces coming up. So next week, we're going back to the Wednesday schedule. So for one more chapter, we're going back to Wednesdays. And then we'll be heading into the finale chapters. I have some dates that I'm going to post on social media, but basically our plan is to get the rod piece chapters done in the next month, and come July, the finales start. And I said finales because there are going to be a few finales. This is going to be an epic ending to the game. Do not miss it. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all the good YouTube things. Down below in the description are links to social media. Check Discord especially, because that's where we're going to be posting any schedule changes or updates. I think going forward, we're going to be doing the finales on Thursdays. So it should be a Thursday sort of spot. And very soon, I'll be doing my State of the Channel. Usually do that sometime in June, where I'm going to talk about some of the new games coming up in the second half of the year. So stay tuned for all these updates. Yeah, appreciate you being here with us tonight. So we're going to jump down into the game now. I'm going to turn on some music in a second, but let's recap last session. Last session was wild because, Chris, you weren't here at the start of the session. How did Xur get brought into this world? You want to elaborate?
Well, we were talking about this as we were setting up, and how poor Xur has just come to the cold realization that he owes his life to Agatha.
Yes.
And
Oh, no
out of all the places that he didn't want to be, and her debt is probably top of the list. So he's trying to come to terms with that. The last thing he remembered was charging this lich and watching one of his companions get sucked into the void, and then he was here.
Yeah, and when you were brought back, you saw that Agatha had brought back Cornelius from the gems, and you in this pool of water, in this unknown tomb, on this place, in this island that you have no idea where you are, on this world that really doesn't really make sense to you. You've never been here before. So what this means is that the goal now for Agatha has been completed, but there's still a lot going on in this dungeon. There is Michelle, who's playing Bear, obviously, Kashar, played by Randall, Derlin, played by CJ, and a group of archaeologists that are here to reclaim some lost artifacts that Acererak has taken from them. Lesa being the one in charge. Now, she has tasked everybody with getting these artifacts, but I think everybody here is here for a different reason, and that is the rod piece of the Rod of 7 Parts. If we can get that rod piece, complete the staff, we can defeat Vecna. That's what the goal has been from the Wizards 3, and of course the original party here. So that's mission priority number 1 for some of these people, and maybe there's even a secondary mission for others. So let's jump in. Last time we played, everybody jumped into a portal. Just to be clear here, Cornelius, as well as Marianne, the resident mage of the archaeologist crew, went through a separate portal. As did, no, that was it, the 2 of them, yep. Everybody else went through the portal to the east, which was kind of like a brightly lit portal. And one by one, disappeared. We're picking it up right where we are right now.
Oh right. You went through the portal and I had to go after you.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So-
I chose to go after Bandito because I was like, I cast a spell and the spell wasn't like, he's not on this plane, he's just over there. So
He
it's
is
like,
over
that's
there.
better than here.
So let's pick it up right here. Derlin,
Mhm.
you jump through the portal that was a bright white light. And then darkness envelops you. You can't see anything in front of your face. You hold your hand up. You feel your body. You're here.
It's
You don't know where here
imprisoning me.
is.
This
And then all of a
darkness.
sudden, hold on. And then all of a sudden, poof, your body gets pushed. Something has appeared and their space has displaced you. You push towards a wall. You feel it. Rough stone. Oof, right against their face. Your beard and everything roughs up against the stone. And then again, another oof. You hear like almost like a person landing or somewhere within the space. Then you hear some panic screams. Clearly Lysa's voice. Hello! Where are you?
Hello? Are you there?
Bear, Zur, Agatha, Kashar, you're all in a small, confined space. You're up against another body. Bear, you might be up against multiple bodies because... No, actually, Bear didn't go last. No, never mind. I think it was probably Agatha maybe
Yeah.
going last.
I'm just
I
on top
was
of everyone.
tossed in by
crowd surfing.
Kashar.
Yeah.
You were tossed in.
Agatha's crowd surfing. But
Maybe.
yeah, I got tossed in. Kashar
Yeah.
came in behind me.
I did. I saw that you were being very noble and like protecting and like guarding me, and I was just thinking like, that's a very lovely in character thing because they don't know that I'm level 20. Like,
Exactly.
They don't know how many levels I have on them,
Mhm.
so I had to
Yes.
return the favor by tossing you through a portal.
Cheers. Cheers. Yes, the utter lack of metagaming might have gotten Bear killed.
Who knows?
Yes.
All of a sudden, a door opens, revealing a chamber.
Oh,
CJ, Derlin falls out, but you realize someone kneeling right by your like basically your side was Bandito. He opens the door and walks out after you fall.
oh gosh. Oh yes. As I meant to do. Hello, Bandito.
He
Good to
says,
see you again.
"Yeah, great to see you
After you
again.
went through the portal ahead, I'm sure, just as I had meant to.
Locked in a dark clothes room. Look at this." He steps back and
Yes.
it's pitch black. In fact, the people that are inside do not see out. It is complete magical darkness inside. Pretty can walk out. She senses the air and everything, and all of you could feel your way out, but it is dark within the room.
I say, come on out, follow the sound of my voice, everybody. I'm right here.
I'm coming.
No longer will that darkness be imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror.
Nice little Metallica reference.
Oops.
Kashar, as you're leaving, you sense a body on the floor.
I was gonna say Kashar is definitely waiting to see whose voices he hears, and whose he doesn't. And so he's heard everyone. He's heard Bandito. He's heard Derlin. He's heard Agatha. And was he able to recognize Lysa's scream?
At first, yes.
Okay. I'm going to reach down, and if I feel a body, can I quickly just like tell if can I do like spare the dying and see, would I know if that would like take effect? Like would I know if that is affecting it, or if like if they are dying or dead?
I don't think you would know.
In that case, I'll follow it up with a gentle repose.
Okay.
Not knowing who it is, and just put my hand down and cast those two spells. And yeah, I think I just wait for a moment and just see if anything else happens. And I have my hand on. I have my blade drawn. Like I
Give me
have one
a-
hand on the body and my other hand is holding my weapon.
Give me a perception check if you're trying to use your senses to when you touch the body, or if you might want to use investigation or something similar to that to assess the body.
That is a 26 perception.
You feel around, and you're using it, the sense we're using here is touch. So
Mhm.
you're not hearing or smelling anything or seeing anything for sure, but you feel down in the body, and you feel like legs. You get a sense of where like hips would be, stomach, but then when you get to like the chest, there's like a gaping hole. And then you feel it even more, and part of it is connected. Like you could feel like the right side, the left side, but then a big hole here, and that almost goes up the entire way through the chest and neck. Seems like there's just no body parts there. It's empty, void.
I'm assuming I can tell that this is a human-sized
It was.
body. Okay. I'm just going to. I'm gonna feel. I'm just gonna like kind of like with a almost like if I was sensing with a cane, like just kind of with the flat of my blade, just kind of tap to my right to see if there's anyone to my right. Because like I've like felt the walls behind me.
Mhm.
I want to see if there's anyone to my right as
Bear,
well.
did you leave the room?
Not yet. I am still just standing there.
Okay.
'Cause,
Kashar, you wave your sword out, and as you wave it, essentially at some point, kind of near where the body is, you feel your sword get lighter. It loses about half of its weight.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull my sword back and feel the blade.
It is missing about halfway down. There was no noise to denote that.
Moving it further away. Does anything change?
No. And then eventually you'll strike Bear softly. Bear, I don't know how you'd react to being touched with a metal blade.
Ow! Bobby, please. I don't need a haircut. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm not going to cut you, but don't move. There's something in this room.
Yeah, where the body is, something there has eliminated your sword.
Am I able to see it with my dark vision? Can I
You
see
cannot.
details?
You cannot. Mm-mm.
I'm going to cast Daylight. 3rd level.
I just like to imagine like Agatha pokes her head through the door, but what's going on in here? Ah!
Does anything happen?
I'm just
It
looking to
does say
see
that
if
it-
magical darkness gets eliminated from
Yes.
daylight. Well, then there you go.
If any of this spell's area overlaps with an area of darkness created by a spell of 3rd level or lower, the spell that created the darkness is dispelled.
Ah, so there is a little caveat to it.
Yeah, I guess if it is just a magical effect, that is up to you of what level spell it would equate to.
It cannot be it cannot be dispelled.
It cannot be dispelled. Okay. The blade started to disappear once it was in the center of the room, correct?
Roughly, like where the body lies. Yeah. Mhm. The token may not be so perfect here, but yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say, there. Keep her back to the wall. Follow the wall as closely as you can. Go towards the sounds of the idiot wizard.
Idiot wizard.
That's not a nice thing to call Agatha. She's a
Not
witch.
a wizard. I'm a witch.
I know. I don't know why he calls you
Precisely.
idiot either.
Okay, I'm
That's very
following it.
strange.
And so like this is perfect. Derlin is talking, and so Bear's like, got it. Okay, let's go, Dobby. And he like with his back to the wall, he's like shuffling along. And
You can move your token out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Come on, Dobby, let's go. Slips out.
Can I sense if anything else is moving alive or in this room with me besides the body?
You don't.
Could I use a
With your
divine
perception,
sense, actually?
You can use divine sense, sure.
Yeah,
With
I'll
your
use divine
perception
sense.
check, though, you got the sense that there wasn't something within the room with you.
Wasn't anything, but
Right.
some
There was nothing like
energy,
hidden. Yeah, exactly. Right. But you can
some
cast divine
energy
sense.
somehow has cut my magical sword in half.
That's correct. So you cast divine sense, or you ping divine sense, and nothing comes up. You can slowly leave the room if you choose to as well, staying on the sides. For the rest of you who are outside, you come into a room. Let me describe this room to you because it's pretty a unique looking room. It's a very nice, lavish library. Shelves are filled with tomes, and the scrolls line the wall of this expensive chamber. 5 stone statues depicting skeletal warriors stand sentinel throughout the room. Also, you can see that there is another door to the left, and out from it comes Cornelius dragging Marianne's body. He's like, I don't know what happened to her. I swear I didn't kill her.
Yes, yes, yes. Whatever you
Don't
say.
worry. We believe you.
Oh my God. Now that he can see, he looks at, look at her. And you can see what's happened here. There is large portions of her torso missing, like from her chest down to her hip. It looks like the flesh has been just ripped right out of her. Almost like surgically cut. Perfectly gone.
Cornelius, what did you do to this poor woman?
I swear nothing. I didn't do anything.
You
gonna
and
drag
I
Lisa
must have
out.
a little chat.
Oh, no. Agatha, please.
Now, come here, come here. You tell me everything that happened. Come now, right here.
He'll
no.
go, I guess, yeah.
Let the more experienced adventurers deal with the body of the girl.
He'll move. He goes to the side here with you.
Now, Cornelius, these are
Yeah?
very strange people around us. I don't know if you've noticed. The rules here are different.
What do you mean, rules?
Don't you see that their magics are different and strange?
I don't think so. Was it so strange?
Oh, Cornelius, I've been around long enough in this strange area to see the differences. Now, if you ever so desire to return to where things make a bit more sense, I want you to use this. And I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out a shrunken head.
A shrunken head?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah, I pull it out and I grab Cornelius's wrist so I can put it in his hand.
Okay. He'll take it.
Now.
He's like, ugh, what is this?
If you ever feel like you're truly in danger, I want you to activate this and jump through whatever comes up from it. You will be taken far from here to where things make more sense. I know I've been harsh on you, and quite frankly, after all this time and all of my travels getting Sir back, I believe I need to let go of any upset I had with you.
Wow. I can't believe it. I thought you would take that grudge to your grave.
No, of course not. And you're a human. Quite frankly, it'd be taken to your grave, but regardless.
Well, look, I just want to say, oh, thank you. And I just want to say, it truly was just, I wasn't trying to kill you or anything like that. I just didn't want to go through that portal. I got scared. I was flustered.
We all get scared, dear. And what happens is what you do with that. But you're young, you're learning. But remember, if you face something that you don't think you can take, just use this gift I have given you.
I'll make you proud, Agatha. I won't need to use it.
I believe in you. Cornelius, I believe you'll do exactly what you need to do.
He nods, and he'll take that head.
Okay, I'm gonna go shuffle over to Zur. He's a moron.
He's a moron.
What did you give him?
I gave him a shrunken head.
Does it do anything?
It can. But he has to use it.
I can't wait to see when he tries to use it.
Ah, yes, I knew you would agree with this. Oh, sir, it's so nice to have you around.
Oh, I hate this place already.
Yes, I'm sorry. I took you out of one dungeon into another.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna stand here and watch. I'm afraid, really, to touch any of this stuff here until I understand it more.
Oh, should I perhaps cast a spell to see if there's anything hidden in here?
What could you cast?
I do not have a proper rhyme for it at the moment.
Fair enough.
You can't cast it.
Yeah, right. No, it has like two different purposes, and I only have it for one. But it's it's fine. I'll use it anyway.
Does
You
Agatha
have
have
to-
a luck token?
What? I don't
Did
have
you have a
luck.
luck?
I used it last time. Wait, do we get it at the start of every session?
No, well, we did it differently in Tomb. We're doing the regular luck rules, so you had one to start, but you only get one, can keep one. When you use it, you can get another one. So if you don't have one right now, then you don't get one at the start.
Okay,
I'll
I don't
bless
have
you.
one.
I'll bless her as she's
Okay.
doing this.
All right.
It succeeds.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to cut my hand real quick as well with my obsidian witch blade.
I couldn't hear you as
Okay.
well. What'd you say?
I'm going to cut my hand with the obsidian witch knife as well.
Oh, right, the witchblade. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just like pull out my knife and just slash my hand.
Okay.
And I take 3 damage. Okay.
All right.
Darkness. Is
What spell are you
all I-
casting? Oh, sorry,
hold on.
I'm talking over you. Go. I apologize. Go.
Darkness is all I see. Some cat's eye shall be my remedy. And I'm gonna try to cast cat's eye. Let's see if it works. So it's gonna be d20 plus 6 plus 3. This better work. Oh, it super worked.
Total of.
29.
Oh my God. Yeah. Nat 20. Oh, you double
yeah,
the
so-
numerical success too.
So
The numerical value.
So my irises grow to fill my eyes, and my pupils turn into black vertical slits. I can see invisible creatures and secret doors for the spell's duration.
Wow, that's huge.
And we're not really doing a crawl order here.
How long does
So,
it last for?
It's focus.
Oh, that's
So-
fine then. Yeah.
I'd roll every round, basically.
I'll let you know when you need to make a new one.
Okay, I'm just gonna like shuffle past all the bookshelves.
Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just like looking around everything as quickly as possible.
So just remind me, you see invisible things and secret doors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With a nat 20, can I have it so that my cat is also getting cat's eye and she could look around too?
Cat's eye for the cat's eye? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Because really, the numerical value of this would be, I guess it would last. There is no numerical value, is there?
No, there's really not.
So I'm okay keeping it then. That's fine. All right, so you can give it to Pretty, and the two of you will scan the room, looking around. While you're doing
She
that,
gets this side, I get the other. She gets bottom, I get top.
gotcha. And while the two of you are looking around, Derlin, what are you doing? You see Bandito scanning this room, looking at the bookshelves, looking at the statues. Bashar and Bear are just coming out of the room. What are you doing?
Well, there's bookshelves. I'm looking at the bookshelves then. Yes. I'd love to peruse the whatever tomes this ancient lich perhaps had.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something important in there. Maybe another grimoire or copy of the Book of Vile Darkness.
Sure. You can find on the shelves a bunch of other magical tomes, things but that would be interesting to you to read, but at this moment don't really pertain to anything. However, you do find a spell scroll of Greater Restoration. You find a set of engraved copper sheets, one that Lisa was looking for.
Oh, fantastic. I found another thing that she was looking for. Where is she? Lisa? I
You hear
found
no
some
response.
copper sheets for you. Lisa? I thought I heard her
She's
just a moment
dead.
ago.
I drag her body out.
And she is hideously wounded, just like Marianne was. She has her body just looks like something ripped out of her.
Do I think, looking at her body, that Revivify would even possibly work?
No.
Oh dear.
I look at my sword. Is my sword even usable as a blade anymore?
Not really. No.
I throw it at Durlin.
Does
You
she-
give me an Arcana
I throw it
check
across
if you
the
can
room.
determine what this is. You might know what it is in real life, but
Dodge out of the way. Does she still have that wand on her?
she. Oh, that's that's interesting, CJ. Because it would have been in her like her backpack or something. So
Hmm.
let's say, depending on where the thing that ripped her body apart was, if it's in the backpack, it could have been hit. Let's say I'll give you a 50-50 shot. Pick a die, even or odd. You tell me what you want. You call it. If you get it right, you can keep
Okay.
the wand, or you can find the wand.
I'm gonna pick a D2. 50-50
And what do you want?
shot.
You want even or
I'm
odd?
gonna pick even.
All right, so we're looking for a 2.
The coin flip. Ooh,
Is that a 2?
that's a 2.
I didn't see the dice roll, but yeah. I see it in the chat.
Chat.
2. Nice. The wand was narrowly missed by whatever
I don't think
claimed
I don't
her
think
life.
It knows how to roll a D2.
Did it? You just trick it and it has to say 2 every time?
No, I didn't just say roll D2. Roll 2.
I'm gonna roll a D2. Roll 2. So yeah, you find the wand of the War Mage. I think it's already in your journals, right? I gave it to
It
you.
is.
So
I
yeah,
never really gave it to her. But
fair enough. CJ, also on the shelf, you found a leather-bound journal.
Oh, fantastic. A journal. And it was a scroll of greater restoration.
Yeah.
Can
Do
I
you
use
speak
her?
Draconic by any chance?
I do speak Draconic.
Oh, really?
I do.
So so the book it's weird. Looks like a personal tome, like it would be somebody's diary or something like that. It looks worn and like weathered. When you open it, it just says "die" in Draconic over and over and over again.
It just says "the" over and over and over. The
It just
bot,
says-
"the."
Die. Not thigh.
It's a Draconic German. It's just the over and over.
There you have it. That's what you found on the shelves. And the rest of you come out, you see the bodies. I mean, Arcana checks for anybody that is a spellcaster for certain.
Can I try?
Yeah, intelligence check, yeah. Hmm.
Okay, cool. I'll roll intelligence. This will go well. My cat is squeaking at me right now. In case you hear him.
She really wants you to make that check.
I got an 11.
Not enough.
Rats. But my pupils are too blown out to be like, I cannot even tell what that is.
No. Can't do it. Anybody else get a decent Arcana check?
I got a 14.
Nope. Derlin?
Come on, wizard boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I can. An Arcana check?
Yep.
Certainly.
18 does it. It looks like their bodies have been they've been destroyed by a sphere of annihilation.
Oh. What?
Does Derlin share that?
Oh yes, I mean I'll absolutely tell you what. It looks like they've been destroyed by a sphere of annihilation. Terrible news, everyone.
A sphere of
But,
what? Cornelia says. What?
Sir, did we
Annihilation.
anything?
Cornelius, have you ever heard of the word annihilation? It's terrible.
What is it?
I mean, it's weird that you don't know. Personally, I find that you don't know.
Explain
You not
it.
knowing is
Wizard
more.
boy, please tell me. I can only deal with one wizard not knowing things.
I get to curse him.
I just worry because I feel like if you've been in a tomb like this before, you've probably encountered something like this before. But maybe not. Maybe you didn't crawl into the mouth.
So what's actually funny, if I recall, the Tomb of Horrors sphere of annihilation, all of you were like, "Nope, I'm not putting my hand in that mouth."
Yeah.
So you,
I'm like, nope.
yeah.
I was like, oh well, it gets to be a mystery forever.
We did not care.
Like there wasn't treasure in there. Why would we reach for it?
But yes, no, it's a sphere that just kind of annihilates anything that comes into contact with it.
What do you mean by annihilate?
Well, look at her body.
And look at my blade.
That's what happens to it.
But how did they come into
That?
contact?
It was in the room. The center. I moved my blade through it. And the blade disappeared.
Ooh, that hurts.
I just tossed the blade to the side.
I thought you threw it at me.
He picked it up and
I-
tossed it
I
for
joked.
dramatic
I just
effect.
said that joke.
Oh, you threw it at me.
He's like
Whatever.
Bandito, just throwing toothpicks
Yeah.
everywhere.
No, I'm not going to half-heartedly try to kill Derlin.
Wholeheartedly.
No, I just toss it to the corner, useless to me now. I ask, do I know if Lisa or Marianne carried a magical blade?
They did not. And Marianne had the Gem of Seeing and the Lantern of Revealing. There's a chance that those could have been destroyed too. I think less with the lantern because that would have been held in her hand, and the other one would have been in her pack. So we'll give it maybe like a 60% chance of surviving because it's smaller than the wand. Let's see. I'll roll a 60%.
Do we want under 60?
You
And we
want,
don't get it.
yeah, you want under because you need to be in the majority. So no, the Gem of Seeing is gone. The lantern will give it a much better one. We'll give it like basically like a 90% because it was in her hand. Yeah, so the lantern is still somewhere in that room.
I'm not going back in. I'm not. I don't think I would even mention it. Well, actually, no. I would say that the lantern is an honor. Either it is destroyed or it's in the room.
And of course, now you also see Agatha
Well, we
and
should
her
certainly
cat.
be going back and getting that lantern. It's quite useful. Can't
Be
you
my
go
guest.
get it, Bandito?
Bandito. I ain't
Yes,
going
I
anywhere near that sphere. Plus, looks like the cat can see what's going on.
You don't wish to know if you can get the lantern.
Do any of you carry a magical blade that you do not need?
I am
I'll-
afraid that you.
I'll offer him my mace. It's not magical. It's just a mace. That's all I have.
I'm sure Bear would desperately love a magical item as well.
I will say, seeing the mace, it's fine. I'll pull a dagger from my weapon. I will ask, does it being... So the weird thing here, this is my hex weapon. This is my pact and hex weapon. Would that have had any effect on what's happened to it?
Did you resummon it?
I mean, I guess I'll dismiss it and try to resummon it and see if that does anything. Does turning it off and on again fix a sphere of annihilation?
Have you tried turning it on and off again? Interesting. I'm just going to we can all think about this. It's an interesting question. And those in the chat, you could let us know too. It says here, the sphere obliterates all matter it passes through and all matter that passes through it. Artifacts are an exception. So I guess we'd have to decide if what your packed weapon is an artifact.
My pact is with the Raven Queen. I mean, packed weapon and hex blades do not. There is no class feature in all of D&D that says your item becomes an artifact. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to spend an hour sitting down and making a mundane dagger my hex weapon, because otherwise I am utterly useless in this dungeon.
You can take a short rest here. Do you want to take a short rest?
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
We just
true.
sit around for about an hour. We could spend some time perusing the bookshelves.
Yes, I'll look around and search.
Skeletons.
Yeah.
What other cats I find?
I'll search for a magic sword.
Yeah. And of course, the two of you, Agatha and Zur, you won't gain any benefit from this short rest. Your characters don't know what that means.
Regale us with tales about where you're from. I'd love to be told about how your magic works. Are you divine casters by any chance? This spell of scroll I found of restoration, greater restoration. It is of no use to me. Perhaps it is for you.
Greater restoration. Will it make that girl's lungs grow back?
No, it's only, from what I understand. Again, I'm not very well versed in the divine arts, but it should cure someone of an ailment or restore them. Of
Restoration does exist. Yeah.
I have something that can heal people. Although many seem to not want to try it.
Don't.
I think it's because my medicine is bitter. People don't like the taste.
Is it possible that that Zur could activate a scroll from this realm?
Only one way to find out.
What's
Restoration?
the worst?
Restoration is on his spell list.
Really?
There is a spell called Restoration.
Let's see.
Level 3. With a touch of your hands, you expunge curses and illness.
Oh, someone in the chat says we should be carousing.
Oh.
We just find a bar in the dungeon.
I'm imagining you guys just like square dancing.
Yeah. The hoedown. No. So you can cast it, but it would be it's like it would be casting your version of it, which you could. It's just not going to heal these people, just like it wouldn't in D&D anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but
It's a curse, illness, or affliction.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be very good for this. However,
is death and illness?
But I'll take it, though.
yeah, you can take it. And Cornelius explains to you all that, hey, look, it's dark in this room too. And he goes to the western hallway. And you can see he's pointing north. It's dark. Just like those rooms are.
Don't go in there.
Do you think
I'm
it is
not.
wise to walk into it then?
No, I'm not going that way. What about this way? And he walks over to the side of the room. And he goes, oh, Zur, Agatha, you got to see this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What do we see?
And did I notice anything with my cat's eye earlier?
There was nothing. No.
Oh, oops.
No, there was nothing invisible or secret doors or anything like that. Mm-mm. In this room, there are statues. They look menacing, but they are not moving. And there are books all along the bookshelves and stuff like that.
Oh, these things will most definitely attack us.
So here's what you see. When you come to that room, you see a bridge. A dull roar fills this hexagonal chamber. A bridge consisting of engraved, colored limestones, tiles stretches between two ledges. A pitch black vortex of energy churns beneath the bridge.
Nope. Oh.
Oh, Zur, it's like a dancing. tiles. We have to hop around.
I thought I
You
heard
were
something
talking
back
about
in the
square
other
dancing a
room.
moment ago, were you not?
Have we opened this door or checked this door?
You have not.
I'll check it. I'll see if it is locked or unlocked.
I'm not going in there.
It opens into a hallway. This hallway goes south. 8 niches are built into the walls. Each niche contains a musical instrument: a lute, a lyre, a viol, a flute, a drum, a dulcimer, and a shawm. And a horn. That's the last one. At the end of the hallway where you are, you can see this double door that you opened is emblazoned with 2 theater masks, one elated and one despairing. That's what you see.
I go over to Kashar and I look through and I say, "Oh, it's an instrument puzzle." And I look at the skeletons and I say, "Perhaps these skeletons each need an instrument."
There are 5 skeletons and 8 instruments.
Well, then 3 of them are red herrings. Oh, the fun this is going to be.
You're the kind of investigator that sees a name and doesn't understand it and starts to rearrange the letters, aren't you?
Absolutely. Pepe Sylvia.
Yes, that sounds right. Well,
I almost cracked that case.
if we are going to fight a lich and then possibly another lich, I don't think this is going to do it. So, we saw that there was one of those relics that Lysa was looking for. I would like to go find it.
Well, you'd have to go through that portal the other way.
Well, I don't think that there was another way.
No, it doesn't
Unless-
seem that there's another way. No, is there?
Unless going through the portal just sends pieces of you at a time. But
But I came all the way through it once. Well, we'd better figure out what we do with these instruments then. Maybe that opens a portal.
So the group ponders these decisions. You take the short rest. We'll say the hour passes. You can conjure your new dagger. And you've all had a chance to think about the areas. There's this musical hallway. There is the dark chamber to the west and the bridge chamber to the east. So everybody come together and decide where you'd like to go.
During that time, I would have liked to have cast Bless on people to give everybody a luck that needs one.
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead. You can give me. We'll start with. We'll go. Do you want to go in any specific order, or?
What was Randall your character's name?
Kashar.
What kind of a class are you? Are you like a warrior? I can't really tell.
I am a Physorpalok.
He's multi-classed.
I am fighter, sorcerer, paladin, warlock.
All right, I'll give you Bless first.
So you have inspiration, Randall.
Sorry, inspiration. Oh, okay.
It succeeds. Who else would like an inspiration?
Sorry, is this like an inspiration point or is this like a bardic inspiration?
Nope. Inspiration point.
Inspiration point?
You can re-roll a roll.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Who else would like the blessing of Sir?
I still have the last blessing you gave me still.
Bear?
Oh, and I can...
I walk over to Bear. I bless you, Bear.
Wow. Thanks.
You are now luckier.
And Bear puts his hands on his little hips and puffs out his chest.
Is anybody else hurt or injured that needs healing?
I'm actually injured because I keep cutting myself.
I will heal her. Cure, right?
We took
I think it was level 1 is 2d6.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. You're very sweet for that. I could heal myself, but...
Well, your healing's gross.
Oh, sir. You're so sweet.
Succeeds.
I am pretty much back to full. I'm 1 hit point below full.
Hey,
There's-
I'm full health. Nice. I got all 31 hit points.
Oh my god.
I know.
On 3 of my lowest hit dice, I almost healed all of your HP.
Shadow Dark characters living on the edge, you know?
Jesus.
I don't
I
think
could
that
kill you in half a hit.
I don't think we realize just the peril that we are in here.
Yeah, right.
Here I am walking around like healing 2 dice of hit dice. Thinking
It's
that's
gonna be
good.
great. Gonna be great. All right, so you've healed. Oh, go ahead, Bear.
Yes, I also wanted to say that during the short rest, like if there is a moment, Bear would want to like shuffle over to Kashar. Presumably Kashar is like working on his dagger. And Bear kind of wants to like have a hushed brief conversation. Just like, hey Dobby. I mean Kashar, sorry. Kashar.
Yes.
So there's kind of a secret. I didn't tell you, but I feel like I can trust you, and I might need your help.
What is the secret?
Well, basically, to make a super long story short, I was sent here by an evil giant eye to find a piece of a rod, so that the universe as we know it does not self-combust. And yeah,
Evil giant eye?
yeah. Have you heard of? And he like whispers it into Kashar's ear.
Yes, I have heard of them.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were sent here by the Whispered One.
Well,
Mm.
kind of.
You
Like-
immediately see you know those moments in a show where you can hear a leather glove tighten? You hear that as my grip on my blade gets tighter.
It's like the Arthur meme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the fist clenching. Yeah. Well,
I need you to, and I think like you've seen Kashar very half-heartedly fight a kraken, and you see him look at you with an intensity that feels like staring into either the sun or the void of space, and is like looking you dead in the eyes and just says, I need you to choose the next words that you speak very carefully. In what way were you sent here by the Whispered One?
Well, basically, he was like, I'm going to destroy the universe. And there was another guy who was like, if you want to stop him from destroying the universe, then you got to find these rod pieces. So I'm looking for the rod pieces to stop the giant evil eye. Sorry, I might not have explained that exactly right the first time around.
You're working for Mordenkainen.
I didn't know what his name was. He was just some dude.
Dobby
Bald
just said
wizard
yes.
idiot.
Yeah, Dobby said we were gonna do it, so that's what we're doing.
Are you doing this alone?
No, I was with a bunch of other really cool guys before, but we had to split up and find different pieces. So I have to find my piece. And then they're gonna find their pieces, and we're all gonna come together, and we're gonna stop the giant evil eye.
I'm sure you will, Bear.
So, what do you say? You want to help me find the rod piece?
There are more important things than that rod, Bear.
Universe. And Dobby.
Dobby is a speck of dust, as we all are. Death comes for everything in the end. And the creature that you now find yourself hunting has found a way to embody it.
I feel scared.
You should.
Okay.
How about we do each other a favor? I will help you find this rod.
Yes.
I need you to help me find something else.
I'm listening.
Why did you say that you were sent here by a large, evil eye?
Oh, because I was sleeping and then I saw him and he was a giant eye and he was like, "Arr! Destroying the universe. That's what I do." So I figured,
Yes.
well, I don't want him to do that. So I guess, yeah,
He always did have a way for the theatrics.
it was pretty cool. I was like floating and it was all shiny and Mhm, mhm.
I'm going to tell you a secret, Bear. The creature that you hunt is someone that I have crossed blades with. In fact, someone that I have slain. And intend to do so again.
If you've killed him before and we kill him again, we just come back?
That is the problem, isn't it? Liches are tricky creatures. They have ways of anchoring their souls. Have you ever heard of a phylactery?
Nope.
That honestly probably makes the next part easier.
Okay.
The Whispered One has a phylactery, something that anchors his soul to the world. And he is also a coward. He hides on other planes so that he is beyond our sight. But he is not beyond our reach if we know where to reach. And if we have the proper equipment. For instance, his hand. Yes, but his. There are many things within this tomb. Horrors and nightmares abound. But there are also tools that we can find and use to end everything that he has, is, and ever will wrought on this world and the worlds beyond it. What was that?
Did she say something?
He said, like the rod piece?
It couldn't pick you up. Zoom can't
Yeah.
handle Bear.
Zoom can't handle Bear.
Did you hear me the second time?
Yes, we did hear that. Yeah, you hear this.
Oh, okay.
The rod piece may be useful. I once also sought this. But you should not put too much of your trust in the conclave for which you work.
Oh, I don't know about conclaves. I just trust Dobby, but okay.
Then ensure that he is asking the proper questions of said conclave. If you follow blindly someone else who follows blindly, you will end up like them.
And points at Lisa and Marianne.
And then also Derlin, you hear Derlin going on about something in the background. What's Derlin talking about loudly that interrupts Baron Kashar at this very moment when he talks about someone following somebody else blindly?
Probably it's like, oh, man. Put me
So
on
there I was, blindfolded at my party.
There I was, yes.
And they said, "What level can you cast darkness at?"
I was like, what? There's no way. By the way, hey, and I'm just like, hey, Bandito, remember that time you were riding that giant crab?
Yeah, I try to forget about it
man.
every day. It haunts my nightmares. And he throws a toothpick, flicks it towards your direction.
Do you think, what kind of instrument do you think this skeleton holds? Hmm.
He looks like a horn player to me. So that's the conversation that's going on in the middle of the room, to the edge of the room. Kashar, you could finish your talk with Bear. Go ahead.
I think it's a flute.
I tell Bear, why do you want to end the Whispered One? Why do you want him gone?
Because he's evil and he wants to destroy everything, and Dobby said we have to kill him, so
Bear, I have seen you in this dungeon, this place that has claimed thousands of lives. Dobby is not here.
I know. Go on. I'm listening.
And yet you live. And yet you persevere. Relying and keeping your faith entirely bound within another mortal is folly. Know the strength of your own heart, Bear.
And Kashar kind of like wanders slightly away, and is just kind of staring down this hall, looking at these instruments and wondering what this hall entails.
Yeah, so there's a couple of different things here. So like I said, there's the faces on the door, on the opposite side of the door, that's like the tragedy and comedy faces. And then you've got the 8 niches, which have different instruments in them. And then the hall at the end turns and kind of like extends more further to the east. It goes out of sight. Your door on this side of the room, where the library side, is pretty plain. Doesn't have anything into it.
It just opened, correct? It didn't. It
Correct.
wasn't locked at all.
No.
Is there anything I see on the other side that looks like it would be locked? Like, because I just pushed it open.
There are no handles on the other side.
So it would have to be pulled open, but there is no way to actually grip it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, if do you want to close these doors at any time, or are you keeping them open the whole time?
Since folks are kind of standing around, I know that there was a puzzle that people found, and there was the area of darkness that we did not want to venture into. I don't think that looking at the door, Derlin saying, "What if we have to put these instruments into the hands of the skeleton?" seems. I just like look at the door and I'm just like, if that was the case, that would mean that you could only access it from this side. What would that do? If you're all like thinking like if you have to retrieve the things to bring them into this room and this hall continues, what is the purpose of doing that? So I think he doesn't. I don't think he thinks that is what has to happen. Especially seeing that these doors don't.
The skeletons will put
on
on a play for us. That's what the drama masks are for.
Were you in a theater club in your wizarding school?
Oh, I was absolutely. I was the premier actor of a theater club.
Oh, that's lovely. I could really see it on you.
That's why you're a good liar, Bandito says.
No shame in that.
I love the idea of
Never
like.
lied, Bandito.
I love the idea of like a wizard who is like boastful about like the school that they went to, and it's like, I went to Juilliard for psychology, and And it's like, oh, okay, I get it now.
I went to Hogwarts for the theater program.
Yeah.
So Bandito says, I think this is the path forward, he says. And he brings up the eastern side. And he says, he motions to the group to come this way. He says, I've been studying this for a while now.
Thoughts on this, Bandito? You've been working hard, haven't you?
Yeah, he goes, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm no wizard like Derlin, but I know these are arcane symbols. Each one of them representing a different school of magic.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't think that Derlin knew that, so you're better off.
It wasn't in any of his plays.
Oh yes, no, of course. These runes, they certainly represent different schools of magic. You can tell just by looking at them.
Then please, Derlin, educate us.
You can tell by the way that they are.
Which
What
one
they are.
is what school?
Well, one of them is evocation. One of them is illusion.
Point at
One
the
of
one
them
that is evocation for me.
Well, it's clearly the one that represents evocation.
That evokes.
It evokes an emotion from you.
And what about abjuration?
That's the one that abjures a little bit of mystery.
See,
How about that?
I want to say what Agatha's thinking when you're this, like, yes, these are different. These represent different schools of magic. She's like, so a school sponsored this dungeon?
So Derlin, are there 8 schools? This seems like a pretty extensive academic network.
8 schools of magic. Abjuration, illusion, evocation,
The rest.
divination.
Oh, good. The wizard has to count on his fingers and doesn't make it to a full hand.
So-
War. I'm a war mage. Look, I went to school for war magic. Okay? It kind of encompasses everything.
So then you know
Unfortunate
evil.
that there's no war here.
So you know evocation the best, and I would say you can tell it's the one that kind of actually looks like, in my mind, like a crosshair. It's the red.
Yeah.
You see the red? Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna have you roll for this. You do know these. Maybe you're being facetious in this moment, but you're a high-level caster. You would know that illusion is the eye, evocation is the crosshairs, the one that looks like pi. The pi symbol is transmutation. Abjuration is the one that looks like a trident. It's like a blue, the trident. Divination is the one that looks like a Y that somebody was really just messy handwriting.
The dowsing
other-
rod.
Yeah, yeah. Enchantment is the one
dowsing
with
rod
the
for divining.
enchantment is the one with the cross and then the cursive Z that pushes off of it. And then the last one is conjuration, which is the V with the weird little triangle in it. Oh no, and there's also necromancy, which is like the upside down omega symbol. The green.
Oh, sorry. What was the cross?
Anyone
Enchantment. It
write
looks
this
like a
down?
T with a
Oh,
cursive Z.
okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's enchantment.
So,
So Derlin, do all the schools have their own like instruments?
not
Let's
that I
all
know.
pick up
of.
an
We didn't.
instrument and see. If it
Again,
makes
I was
sense.
there for acting. I wasn't there for for band.
Oh.
Yes, Derlin. There were 8 instruments. There are 8 schools of magic. Surely these are related, no?
I mean,
I look at
What does
Agatha.
Rylena say?
Do you know what they're even talking about as far as schools of magic?
what? How would the instruments help us in that case? Do we
They have
play the
mascots.
instruments as we cross? Do you think?
You're the wizard.
I'm not the Trappist.
Sir,
Not
these
the-
people are very slow. Let's go get some instruments. I shuffle.
We could play the instruments and
Hold
hope
on a
that they-
second.
How would I'm a little confused as to how the instruments would help us cross this bridge of runes. I mean, I personally thought maybe there was a way across and we had to touch each of the schools of magic on the way across, but there appears to be 10 tiles and 8 schools of magic, so you'd have to touch 2 tiles twice, and that wouldn't work.
For the players, I just put the like a image from Pinterest that shows you like all the symbols, so you can reference it, because your players your characters know this, but you may not. So I just sent you a link that shows you it.
Thank you.
Also, a couple things here. Even though Zur, you may not be aware of a school of magic or anything like that, you do know that schools do have different effects that would fit into one of these categories, even in Shadowdark. Even though you don't maybe call it a school of divination, like divining magic exists. Transmutation magic exists, right? It can transform objects, things like that. Illusions exist. So it's not crazy to you, but if you don't know what to do here, you feel like you know enough about magic that if you want to make a check or something applicable, you could probably try to do it.
I'll try. I'll do a wisdom check since that's my base score, I guess, huh?
Sure.
I did not do very well.
Okay, that's fine. It is difficult. I mean, obviously, this is some sort of a puzzle, but it's you do get the sense that these tiles are meant to be stepped on. I'd say everybody, this is a bridge that goes across a chasm, and there's a swirling, churning darkness below. So, choose wisely what you want to do, but they look like they are sort of like steps to go upon. I'll let you decide what you want to do. If you want to go somewhere else, let me know.
How bright is the room? Is there like a lot of light in it?
It is. Every room here has been lit with green magical light. This one doesn't say anything, so I would assume that there's lights at the ends of each one. At the end of the bridge and the beginning of the bridge.
It's not like dim at all in here or anything.
No, it's actually.
shadows?
It is actually. I think they describe it as bright. Let me just double check. Oh, you want dim light?
Yeah, I have not gotten that at all.
I'll tell you right now if it's dim light.
Dang modern D&D and its thoughts for letting everyone see things rather than having torches.
Yeah. Wow, brightly lit.
That's the opposite of what I want.
Yeah. So, yeah. The other side, like Cornelius had said, is just simply pitch black. It looks like maybe the rooms a similar room to that Marianne and Lisa died in. And then to the south is the instrument hall and this bridge. Those are the exits from this room. So, what are you thinking?
Would you like to go check on the instruments, Kashar?
No, I thought it was obvious to someone of your intellect that I was obviously fucking with you.
Okay, Durlin, we all fall for silly little tricks sometimes.
I mean, any puzzle's a puzzle if you try to puzzle it out.
I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at one of the the closest evocation tile,
It
which is a cantrip of evocation.
looks like it's right in front of me comparing the mask.
Gotcha. Hey Estelle, does your
Oh
is
yeah, I
your
need to move my token over there.
Estelle, is your invisibility sight still going? We didn't make checks for that.
Oh, do you want me to roll for it again? See if it's
Yeah,
still going?
maybe. Yeah, if you wanted to keep it going, but because you took an hour rest, so I think you might.
Oh
have,
yeah, no, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Are you
the
saying I
map.
should cast it again?
I'm just wondering if it was still up, but I guess we took an hour rest, so no. You could if you want to.
How
What were you saying, Randall?
how large are the tiles? Because the image of the puzzle is 5 by 10, and the grid on the map is 6 by 12.
Don't worry about the map. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the map.
But- So is so to move on this though, because the map is also that would mean that at least 2 tiles, or at least like 4 tiles encompass a 5-foot square. So would we be, if we were to like step on one, would we actually be only stepping on one?
That's what the intention is here. Yeah, it actually does
Okay.
not say a size of the tiles, but I'd imagine that the tiles would be relatively big.
Man,
Big enough
their
that-
art and cartography teams really need to start collaborating
They
more
do.
at Wizards of the Coast.
They do.
You're right. They
that-
gotta stop just phoning. One of them is phoning it in.
Yeah, I just realized you're right. That's totally not right, and it's also like even the width is wrong. So, yeah.
I love.
Anyway,
I love when it's like, here's a visual puzzle, here's a visual aid. Also, one of the visual aids is wrong.
yeah. Basically, we're gonna say that one person can step on a tile, and the tile is big enough that you would. I mean, I guess in theory you could leap over some of them, but we'll just call them 5
okay.
feet tiles for simplicity's sake.
Okay, so we're gonna say that the image of the
image is
puzzle
what you want.
So like each of the tiles is a 5-foot tile essentially.
We'll call it that way. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes things simpler. Does anything happen when I fire my Eldritch Blast at that tile?
It does not. It doesn't get hurt or doesn't break, or you do notice that like there is maybe like a magical aura to it once it hits it, but like nothing happens to it. The tile, like there's definitely magic imbued into the tiles.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Great. Detect Magic reveals. The vortex that's swirling beneath radiates an aura of evocation and transmutation magic.
Love it.
You get the sense that the vortex will inhibit effects of gravity in this room. So were you to try to fly over or, leap over, that would be dangerous.
Oh, so like it is intensifying gravity, like pulling down.
No, you might get the sense that it's actually the opposite, reverse gravity.
Underneath
Go
us?
flying?
Correct. So like the vortex that's swirling underneath the bridge is like reverse gravity. So you feel like things that enter into this chamber, were you to encounter the vortex, it would be reverse gravity.
Oh, it would just fling you back up.
Oh, okay.
What about teleport?
Right.
Teleportation does not really work in the dungeon.
Good to know. Actually,
I did not try.
he
I
did
was
in the
not
first
tried.
episode, so that's why. Yeah.
I decided to test it. I tested it with the shortest possible range teleportation that wasn't even a spell, and it still canceled it out.
It's
All right,
before you were
good.
brought here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't
does-
try.
Do any of the tiles radiate magic?
The tiles all do.
All of their proper schools? Or are any of them incorrect?
Let's see here. I would say yes. They radiate their school.
Their proper school. Okay.
No, actually, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. No. Never mind.
What schools do they radiate?
So weird.
That's right, Jeremy Crawford. I broke
Yeah.
your puzzle with a first level spell.
It tells you what you get from Detect Magic, but it doesn't tell you specifics about the tiles. So
So it tells you what you get from everything in the room except for the tiles.
Except for the
when you
tiles.
cast Detect Magic. That's
Yeah.
interesting. But when I hit it with a spell, it evoked, like there was an aura of magic.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They are
I'll fire
magical.
another spell and see if any aura changes or affects it.
It doesn't, but so let's I'm going to go ahead and just say that it's Transmutation magic.
When I hit the evocation one,
Yep.
I'll fire it at the enchantment one. Is it also transmutation?
Yeah, the whole bridge is transmutation.
The whole bridge is transmutation.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It would be very fortunate if we had the gem that allows us to see through all illusion and changes. Well, you never get anywhere standing still.
I'll step on the divination tile while I have a divination spell active on myself.
Sure. You stand on the divination spot, and the tile sort of like crumbles, and like you could see it like almost like blocks of it just shift away, and the reverse gravity from beneath you pushes you upward. Let's see. You need to give me a. Oh dear Lord! There is no saving throw for this.
Oh my!
There's no saving throw against reverse gravity?
There's no saving throw for this. No. Wow. You take 36 force damage, and you are teleported back to this spot. So you stepped on one of the spots.
Okay.
Boop. And the gravity reverses. You fly up into the air, and boop. You land back into the nearest safe spot, back behind the bridge. That
30 damage, you said?
36.
Oh, 36.
That looks painful. You okay, Kashar?
Yes, I'm fine.
Are you sure you don't want to go get those instruments? Maybe you need one of those.
I could see how the bridge likes you versus me.
Again, I don't think the bridge likes me any more or less than you.
Only one way to know.
Now,
Well, let's puzzle it out then. If
Well-
you're a warrior and had no idea of any of the ideas of this magic,
Bandito jumps onto the evocation one, and nothing happens. He says, "You said evocation, right?"
Who
Did
said
say
evocation?
You did.
evocation,
From the
field
void, right?
evocation, and transmutation.
Transmutation, I think, was the other one.
Or
You said it emanated. Evocation and
Oh, you're talking
transmutation.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the void. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about when Derlin was seeing the seeing the different schools of magic.
No.
Yes.
He steps on the evocation one, the red one on the corner of the edge of the bridge. Nothing happens.
Oh, sir, is he not the most darling hireling we've ever had?
Try hopping to the next evocation.
He looks around, and it's far away. It's, 5 foot jump. He could do it, but he says, "Pretty far. Gonna need a new toothpick." He takes out one of his metal containers. You see he's got still a lot in there. There's like half of the container still left, but he's going through them fast. He'll hop. Lands on it. He's good.
Well, follow the leader.
I start following the same path.
He jumps
I-
only to evocation magic symbols, just because he knows that they're safe, and he gets to the other side.
Oh, my bones are not so good these days. Jumping around is quite difficult for someone my age.
I can carry her pretty easy, right?
No, sir. Get one of the others. Oh, handsome elf man, will you help this poor old woman?
Estelle, low on volume though.
Oh.
Keep your yeah.
Only if you understand that if I make a misstep, I'm sure that you will certainly die.
I trust you. And those strong arms of yours.
I kneel so that she can sort of get on my back.
You like claws her way out. And like puts her hands around your like shoulders, and like she has long nails and they lightly dig in. The way a cat's claws might when they're like comfortable.
Gross.
You should probably grip harder.
Oh,
Oh.
yes, dear.
And lifts her and carries her across.
Nice.
Oh, you're so strong. Thank you so much. It's been a while since I had a chat
Yeah.
with another elf.
So you get to the edge of the bridge, and you can see there's a pathway to the north. Although the pathway to the north is very strange because it's watery. You can see the floor where there would have been floor is gone. It looks like a dark ocean ahead of you. There's no other rooms, just a dark ocean in front of you. And then to the left is a doorway, a standard wooden door here in the tomb that you've seen before.
Oh, okay.
So you see this chamber on the map. Ignore that. It looks just like a vast ocean in front of you. You can see it goes for miles and miles before the darkness of the night sky takes over.
Derlin, didn't you mention that you were in a chamber before that looked like you were in endless forest?
I did, yes. Agatha and I were there. There was
Yes,
rather
you got
large
hit by a
tree.
log.
Did anything change that?
Attacking the
Exact-
treant that was there. Once he was
Yes.
subdued by my powerful magics,
Yes.
he was no longer a threatened. The forest stopped being a forest.
Does that mean a giant ocean monster is gonna jump out at us in a second?
Perhaps a kraken. We've already
Oh.
dealt with one of those, though.
Oh, those are fine.
Maybe a large crab. Eh, Bandito?
He just sneers at you. Randall, what's your passive perception?
18.
18. Let's see. Randall, you do not see this, but a giant shark leaps up from the water and tries to grab you. We're going to roll initiative.
Are you about to
Hey.
Sam Jackson me for like
Yes, from Lake Placid or whatever.
Deep Blue Sea?
Deep Blue, yeah.
You're gonna Sam Jackson me from the worst shark movie in the world?
Yep. All right, roll initiative, everybody.
Hey.
No!
I never roll well on initiative.
I got an unnatural one.
Oh my god.
Agatha's shuffling hard.
A dirty one. A dirty, filthy one. Although, is Agatha on my back still? Like, is there enough room for all of us?
Yeah. Yeah, she's on your back. Bear's on one of the tiles still. Looks
Okay.
like.
Oh, so okay, let's share. We'll share a space. Oh,
You're
let's
sharing
do
a
that.
space right now, yeah.
Okay.
Sharing a lot
okay.
right now, actually.
I would think. I think Pretty would have just like jumped onto Bear. For
Okay.
Getting across.
Sure.
So cute. Yes. Bear's like
Alright.
crossing and petting Pretty at the same time.
There we go. Chris, is an 11 your Zer's initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like Bear could have leapt across the entire fucking room.
Bear, is 23 for you?
Yes. Yeah,
Jeez.
23. Zoom in.
All right. The shark has
Legs
the
of
surprise
Blur.
attack. So the shark will go first, but it rolled relatively lower in initiative here. But we're going to try for a bite. Randall, a 17, I assume, does not hit you.
Nowhere close.
Okay, great. No worries. It jumps up, bites its jaws down, chomps its teeth together. You narrowly escape with Agatha in tow. We go to the top of the order, which would be Bear, Kashar, Zer.
Okay. Well, everyone's all in a cluster at the front. Is there enough room for Bear to step forward as well?
No, there's not. There's a door here, though.
Where is the door? I don't see a
Oh.
door on the map.
To
Left of
my
Bear.
Left.
Oh,
Right.
that was not when you. Oh my god! When you were saying door, I thought you were talking about this.
Ah, no.
I couldn't. I genuinely the darkness of the map is fully covering that door. It didn't show up as a door for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was very confused.
Bear, what do you think?
Well, if I can't reach the shark anyway, I might as well open this door.
A small hallway enters into a chamber.
Lead us back to the room we were in.
Right, just like going in circles while you guys get eaten by a shark. Maybe this isn't the most helpful right now. What would Dobby do? No.
It is a space though, which is important.
Yeah.
'Cause Cornelius also has to get there. He was not in a space of his own.
Okay. Then I guess I will step into the corridor to make room for Cornelius.
Sure. He doesn't go yet,
Okay.
but you open the door. Do you want to stay in that doorway?
Well, I guess, if I'm in here anyway, I might as well just trot along as far as I can go just to see what's down there.
Sure. You enter into a small room. This room looks like some sort of a lab. There's 3 tall glass cylinders that line the back wall of this dimly lit chamber. Each cylinder contains a decaying corpse half buried in snow topped with red powder. Against the north wall, you can see stands a bare wooden desk.
It's a desk made of you.
Nope. And Bear's gonna
What's the
double
matter?
move and come right back to the doorway.
It's a nice little
No,
lab,
thank you.
Nice little lab.
Yes, corpses, snow, blood. Yeah, weird. It's weird. Bear is creeped out and alone, and he does not like that. So Bear's coming right back.
Fair enough. Kishar, you're up.
Is the shark still within reach of me?
Yeah.
Okay. I am. I'm gonna look over my shoulder at Agatha to say, "The closer you are to me, the more danger you're in."
I like danger.
Very well. And I'm going to use my action to cast Armor of Agathis on myself at 5th level.
Oh boy.
Armor of Agatha.
Armor
yeah.
of Agatha.
Armor of
You got
Agatha.
that on your back.
I pull Agatha in front of me and wield her like a shield.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I reach down into the water and splash the water onto my chest, and it just starts to spread out almost like it was spilling across floor. And as
Sweet.
it does, a frost layer forms with ice spikes kind of covering the front of my breastplate, or not breastplate. I'm actually wearing full plate, but that is my action.
Okay.
And I don't think I have a good bonus action. So I'm just going to hold there.
I like that imagery. Very nice. Zur, you'll be up next.
Okay. I will cast Protection from Evil on Randall's character. What's your name again?
Kishar.
Kishar. And my Protection of Evil, in case you don't remember from last time, will it gives disadvantage to anything attacking you.
Ooh.
I think it has to be chaotic, though, correct?
If they are chaotic.
Yeah.
Yes. Chaotic beings have disadvantage on attack rolls and hostile spellcasting checks against the target.
Cool.
Is a shark chaotic?
Don't know. We'll find out.
Seems
I'm
pretty
kinda
chaotic. to
Guessing
me.
it would be chaotic. Then I'm going to kind of move down to the hallway to make some room in here, so I'm not much of a help here. I kind of just stand rear guard on the hallway.
Cool. All right. So you go
I'm
into the
also,
hallway.
if possible, trying to keep it so that Agatha is not within reach of the shark.
Yeah, I put her a little
that, like-
further back. Yeah. Next, we go to Derlin.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to go to where Bear was. Bear, what's over here?
Can I respond or
And then, let's see,
a lot of creepy stuff? Corpses and tubes, desks made out of my flesh. No, I don't say that part.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash
Oh my.
over to here, and I'll dash into here and I'll take a peek at the. Oh my! This room is quite the sight. Very interesting.
Anything you're
And
doing
then,
there or no?
No, I just dashed in.
Okay.
Because I wasn't far enough.
Fair enough.
I think I can get a little closer. Yeah.
So the
There we
shark
go.
will go next, and the shark will bite at Randall. Does a 19 at you?
Nope.
Okay, shark bites again, misses you. Cornelius will go next. He's going to cast Magic Missile on the thing. He gets a nat 20.
Whoa.
Because he's also a Shadow Dark character.
Yep.
I
And
was
he
like,
does.
you cast the one spell that doesn't require a roll.
Yeah, he's a Shadow Dark character, and he gets a total of 4 damage on this creature, and he's like, "Remember, always boop it on the nose." And he casts his spell, and the magic missiles, 2 of them, hit this shark right on the nose, and it swims in the opposite direction, almost as a reaction immediately.
I take an op attack against it.
Go for it.
Oh, so dynamic.
Oh, where the hell is it? There we go. That's a 29.
You hit.
I'm gonna throw a first level smite into it. So it's gonna be 16 damage on the top, and then an extra 14 radiant damage, so 30 total damage.
Sweet. You know, in Jaws, when they finally shoot the propane tank and it blows up Jaws, it's almost like Cornelius thought it was him, right? He like booped it on the nose, it turned, and you smacked the water, and just like blood and guts chum everywhere. And the illusion that was in this room disappears. It is a bare room, not to be confused with our friend Bear, and it is barren. There is nothing on it. The walls are just stone. It is empty, void of everything else. Just a brightly green light from sconces emanating in this room.
Look at that, Bear. You were right.
What? What was I right about?
You said you wonder if a large sea monster will come out and we'll have to kill it. And we did.
Mm-hmm. See, sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Also, guys, I don't know if you noticed, or I don't know if you know, but there's like a creepy room full of bodies over here.
Oh,
You wanna check it
where?
out?
I would love
That's like half the rooms we've been in.
So move your tokens down if you'd like to see this room. I have it on the Roll20 view. This room is like a laboratory. Like I said, there's 3 glass containers in this room, glass cylinders that line the back of the wall. Each cylinder contains a decaying corpse, half buried in snow, topped with red powder.
Are there any curtains in this room?
No curtains.
Sir, it's safe.
I want to look at the desk is bare. You said there's nothing upon the desk. Are there drawers in the desk?
Sure, would you like to check the drawers?
I'd like to check the drawers. Perhaps whoever was in here was keeping some sort of records of
Investigation check.
their activities. 22.
You can tell that one of the drawers has a false bottom.
Oh, there's a false bottom, and I pull up the false bottom and I check in the bottom of the drawer.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. Actually, everybody in the room, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
no.
no.
Glad I didn't fucking go in.
No!
You're welcome. I found it.
Yay.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
Bear, you would have advantage.
That's true. Lightning arcs from the desk.
Wait, can I
Thank
use my
you.
So
luck
it's visible.
token to reroll my...
Yeah, you can. Mhm.
I don't think I'm gonna make it anyways, but... Nope.
Dexter. Oh.
Oh, God.
But like, if you had gotten a nat 20, I love imagining Agatha just like backflipping and somersaulting across the room.
Just episode 2 Yoda.
So Agatha and Zur fail. The two of you get 26 damage.
Oh, okay.
The others get 13 because you succeeded.
You say 22?
26.
They're almost they're like a
Almost
hair
dead.
from death.
Yeah.
Or
Lightning.
well, I don't know if Zur has more than Agatha.
Zer's got 44, so the
Lightning
mighty
arcs
44.
through. There was a magical rune that was on the underside of the false bottom that you couldn't see from your vantage point that emanated a lightning bolt as it was opened.
What
Derlin.
What was the save? What was the save?
It was 15, so you succeeded. Mhm.
And how much did I take? I'm sorry, I missed.
26 was the number, so you took 13.
Okay.
Yep. Inside, though, the compartment that you now found is a rose quartz crystal ball. This
Crystal
was also
ball.
a Lace's artifacts that
Yes.
she wants. You also can see that there are notes here. It looks like these notes are notes about how to create a variation of a simulacra.
Interesting. Perhaps that's what these were. These were simulacra of.
Oh,
dear
so
friend.
Did we not face one of those before?
For those of you who don't know, a simulacra, or the spell simulacrum, means that you make a clone or a copy of yourself. The creature is basically you, but going forward learns and understands things like any other creature would, but is technically not a real creature. It doesn't
different from a
change or
clone.
grow or physically change. It stays itself, basically.
Different from a clone. That would be you. That does age and grow.
Right. The only difference is that it can learn, and
Well,
it doesn't physically change. But yeah.
I think clone only happens if you die.
Hmm.
I think it's like a duplicate if you it's like a hard drive backup.
The notes also speak about these simulacra with disdain, viewing them as tools. In fact, the notes, whoever the author is, it's written in common, by the way, seems to state that the simulacra they're testing developed a strong sense of self governance, and that it is a sadistic joke.
You know what's an interesting thing about simulacrum? You can only cast it once, but once you create a simulacrum, all of your simulacrums can cast it.
Yep. Also, CJ, you notice that some of the notes have the paper that says die in Draconic over and over again on them. Some of the papers have that instead of notes.
I feel like they've been written specifically for me, but I don't know why.
Yes.
So-
that's what
Bandito got here
it
first and wrote a bunch of draconic notes. Just for me. It's weird. This draconic has been written here again. I certainly hope we don't encounter a dragon.
Oh,
Should we- are
dragon,
these-
That sounds most fun.
I'm sorry, say that again, Agatha. You're a little bit. In my
Trying so
ear.
hard to be heard.
A dragon sounds most fun to face, does it not?
Oh, not around here.
Mm.
I'd like to inspect these bodies a little bit closer.
You do
Sure.
that. I wish to take a look at this crystal ball.
Oh yeah, sure. Here you go. And I toss her the crystal ball.
I rolled a catch it and fail. It shatters. everywhere.
Shatters.
I believe it is mundane. Let me see. I'll just double check one thing here. But for you, CJ, you do know that when you inspect the
glass chambers.
glass chambers, you do know that. Let's see here.
Cryogenically frozen. Simulacra.
You recognize that snow and powdered ruby that are what's in the red part of the glass in the glass cylinder are components for creating a simulacrum.
Oh, you make a snowman. That's
Snow and
Isn't-
red ruby.
Isn't simulacrum like a long casting?
It is. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, perhaps these
Yeah,
are
it's
in-
12. Yeah, 12 hours.
So,
All right.
so do we all share this knowledge now? Like, do all of our characters know this? Was this knowledge of simulacra shared
It
with
was-
everyone?
Sure, it was I would certainly divulge anything I know about simulacra.
Okay. So then Bear looks up at them and says, I mean, if they can learn, do you think they could learn to be our friends?
That's so cute.
I think Kashar, who can't hear this, is like,
I don't know why, but I have the strangest feeling like Bear is going to die.
By the way, Estelle, it is a crystal ball, standard crystal ball, a wondrous item. It can be used, it's about 6 inches in diameter. It can be used to cast the scrying spell with a save of DC 17.
Scrying orbs. You don't know who has them.
So,
I'm gonna pop over and
Cornelius.
heal myself real quick.
yeah, you can heal yourself. Cornelius says, I think we've come to the end of the dungeon.
These may be best left alone. These simulacra.
oh, I was like, I thought you were saying that from the room. I was like, no, we haven't. There's another.
No, he's
I
not
didn't
at
see you
the
move his
yeah,
token past.
he's not at the
Bear waves goodbye to the corpses as he leaves the room. Bye, guys.
The corridor ends at a massive double door, the carved relief depicting a river of screaming souls. Instead of handles, the door bears a trio of concentric, rune-carved platinum circles that can be rotated. At the circle's center is an engraving of a leering skull.
Before we do anything with the door, do I see how badly injured Agatha and
Oh yeah, just like I'm
Azur
singed.
are?
Still smoking.
Yeah, I failed my my roll pretty bad on my heal.
Oh, and you're that's right, you have to roll to see if you can cast your
Yes.
spell.
Oh no! You failed your healing roll.
Yeah, I failed. Then I crit failed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you
I-
crit failed. Wow.
Wait, did you roll on the table?
No, for a priest, he just can't cast it ever again until he atones for his sins.
What?
That's how Shadow Dark works. Yeah.
As a paladin, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He also has to pay the church like 50 gold.
Oh, okay. So it's
Very realistic.
oh,
Yes.
oh, okay. So it's just that he's a paladin of Catholicism.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He can pay for his atonement.
Waiting for the new Lutheran domain to get released.
It's a patch. It's a patch.
Yeah,
It'll come out
yeah.
soon.
So both of you are still fully down the 26, right?
Yeah, I'm at 18 of 44.
I'm at 5.
5.
I'm gonna give fuck it. I'll give both of you back 26 each.
Wow.
Sweet. Lay on hands, correct?
Oh.
Is what you're doing?
Yeah, this is my lay on hands. Please tell me I can do this without having to go through it one. Literally have to go through it one number at a time.
On D&D Beyond?
On D&D Beyond, I have to continuously click the minus until it gets
Minus one,
to
minus
until
one,
it gets
minus
to
one.
the right number.
Boop,
I thought you
boop.
could
So
just, I thought you
stupid.
could actually. No.
It's all right.
It's not letting me.
Oh, it's
It-
for the
I-
features thing.
It's
I
it
don't know
doesn't
what
it
it
doesn't let, it just lets me do the minus. I'm then going to actually no. I want those spell slots for
it
other
works.
stuff.
So
I'm fine.
CJ, while they're healing, Derlin looks at the door and you can see those concentric circles that I described. They are rune-carved platinum circles. Upon closer inspection, you can see that they are the Draconic alphabet.
Oh, interesting. Perhaps we should go get those instruments.
Weren't
Each
you
one of the
talking about draconic words the entire time? You kept
each one of the
saying
draconic alphabet is perhaps associated with one of the instruments we have to play.
Like musical notes. Like
Exactly, you
doing the word
understand.
the. Wait, like maybe that's a musical note, like the.
you realize by the transitive property you're fucking with yourself, right?
Yes. No, let's. Wait. No. I still think we should give those
Well done.
skeletons instruments.
What does that? Do you know a song in draconic?
Yes, it goes die, 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 die. It's been written all over these freaking.
Bandito
place
says,
over here.
"Let me take a look at this." And he tosses one of his toothpicks on the ground.
Yes, Bandito.
Bursts into flames.
He carefully inspects it. Like Indiana Jones, he's like measuring every movement. He puts his ear to the door. He feels the runes first, starts to move them. And as he does, it almost feels like vault dials, right? Like he's turning those concentric circles. And he said, "What was the word you said again?" "Oh yeah. Die." And he puts a D, I, and E in Draconic there.
Man, I was really hoping that was going to be like the illusion on Bandito fades.
Duh.
Yeah, I was fully picturing the
I'm
the
actually Cass
Michael
the
Storm.
vampire.
Yeah.
Yes, you need a new thing other than disguising yourself as other people.
Well, everybody,
Still time for him to drop the illusion.
Also, you
Are
keep
you-
disguising yourself as like innately untrustworthy people.
yeah. Are you ready for
Cass.
my? I think this is legitimately my favorite artwork in this book.
Yes, please.
Just going to
The-
be a big schlong.
The door opens. If only. 6 stone pedestals stand near the rear of the walls of this expansive room. From left to right, they bear a blue. From left to right, they bear a blue scarf, a golden ring, a glittering scimitar, an ebony wand wrapped in feathers and bone, a set of engraved copper sheets, and a crystal ball made of rose quartz. At the room's center looms a black throne upon which sits a skeleton dressed in luxurious robes and a headdress. A platinum door stands behind the throne.
There,
Wait, it's
I'm waiting for the art piece.
me
Oh.
too.
I want to wait for you to go into the room.
Oh, I was waiting to go into the room for the art piece.
Oh, but I was waiting for your art piece. I was waiting for you.
Oh no.
And so these are
Someone's
pedestals,
no.
you said?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, well, should have gone back for that sword.
Yeah, and my immovable rod.
And here it is.
Whoa.
I love this art.
It's pretty cool.
Majestic AF.
So as you walk in, the skeleton comes to life. May be the worst way to describe this, but
Animate?
Bring me my instruments.
animates and looks at all of you as you enter and says, "Who dares enter Rarak's throne?"
I'm sorry, did you say Roan?
Rarak?
Yes. Who enters my throne room?
Where's your master?
I have no master. I am the great lich Rarak.
I'm sorry,
Really?
did you say Rarak?
You
I
I
heard
feel like
me
you're missing
right.
a syllable.
Barak?
You
I'm
have
there
one
too.
chance to leave this tomb. These treasures are not yours. I commend you on doing a great job finding this tomb. But if you wish death, stay.
How about we bargain first? Parlay.
These treasures are mine.
I have
They
no
do not
interest in
belong
those
to
treasures. I have interest in something much greater.
Ha! What could be greater than the treasures here?
He takes a step forward.
I think you know. I come seeking the hand of Vecna.
His disposition changes. If he had eyebrows, he would raise them, but his
We just hear,
eyes glow
oh
bright.
shit.
His eyes glow bright. Vecna. I don't know this creature.
Literally everything about what you just did says differently.
Ah,
You are
all
Rarak.
right. I do know him. But his parlor tricks are nothing compared to my might.
Well, then help me prove that. Where is his hand? Where is his phylactery?
What hand?
The one people talk about.
He gets a little more relaxed in his chair, runs his finger along the throne behind him. He says, I don't know what you're referring to. I don't have a hand or anything like this.
Then what about other relics of Vecna?
I know not what you speak of. Traveler, you test my patience. If you're here for any of my treasures, then you're to die.
It is incredible. When we walked into the room, you had such gumption, such tenacity. You threatened us with death should we even gaze upon your treasures. And I say, one little name, and all of your disposition has withered faster than your bones.
Even if I had this hand, why would I give it to you?
Because you say that you are the greatest of all liches, necromancers, and death wizards across the worlds. You believe Vecna is but a parlor trick. Allow me to prove that. Give me what I seek. Allow me to grind Vecna into the dust that he does not even deserve to be, so that you may uncontested hold this throne.
You're centuries too late and far too mortal.
The hand is not here.
You speak of this hand as if it's something that I should know of. I am familiar, though, with some of these artifacts you speak of. I believe you look for the eye. Yes. A Sararak was wise to hide the eye here. But I traded the eye to reclaim that which a Sararak took from me. You see,
What is that?
the lich Vecna you speak of is going to destroy all that we know, remake this multiverse. And I will switch places with the Sararak. He will be stuck in this tomb for all eternity. He's promised it to me. He clenches his hands across his staff there. And I'm not going to let anyone get in the way of this from happening.
You
Bear-
say that I am far too mortal, but you are simply a child still. If you believe such fairy tales.
He looks to the rest of you. Bear, did you say something?
Yeah, so Bear's like watching all this happen, kind of like eyes going back and forth between Kashar and Rarak?
Mhm.
Rarak, yes. Rarak, kind of like watching a ping pong match. And then like you see the gears like slowly turn. His like two brain cells are like furiously rubbing together. And and then Bear like suddenly like his eyes light up and he approaches the throne and he like steps just forward of Kashar and turns around and goes like a wink. And he looks up at Rarak and he says, "Wow, you're so powerful and strong. You're amazing." And he kind of like looks at Rarak with like the face of like just awe and devotion that he typically like directs towards Dobby. And he says, "Wow, I don't think I've ever seen anyone as powerful as you. That's so crazy that you would let someone else, some weak dude like Vecna, do all the work and take all the glory when really it should be you. Look at you. You're incredible. Shouldn't you be the one who's celebrated for all these amazing things and rearranging the multiverse? I mean, I heard that if you have, some certain tools, you could stop that other guy, and then it could be you the way it should be. The best, the strongest, the most amazing."
You mean the rod?
If you say so, yes.
Yes. A piece of a weapon. So dangerous, so tempting. Hard to ignore, isn't it? I kept it hidden as leverage. Should Vecna betray me as liches do, I would wield it against him. It was my final hand in the game.
I mean, sounds good to me. Why not? Why not do it? I feel like you're the real strong one, right? Shouldn't you be the one who gets all the credit?
If you think I'll hand it over to you interlopers, you're fools. I carved this tomb from the bones of gods. Let's see what you can do. And he's going to roll initiative. Roll initiative, buddy. Oh, it's going to be big.
Gonna be me.
Agatha feeling agile all of a sudden.
All right, what'd you get, everybody? Call out your numbers here.
18.
16.
18 for Agatha, 16 for Bear,
15 for Kashar.
15 for Kashar,
12.
12 for Derlin.
9.
No? Just kidding. 9 for Azur. And Rarak is going first. Oh, I actually have to roll for Cornelius and Bandito, actually. Let me do that real quick. All right. Yeah, Bandito gets a 3. How is that possible? No, 5, excuse me. And Cornelius gets a... he gets a 3. All right. Rarak goes first. And he's going to stand at his throne, and he is going to... Let's see here. Yeah. He's going to step up to Bear. Bear, what's your armor class?
19.
He's going to rend you with his staff for 16 necrotic damage. He hits you.
This is an action. This is not a spell.
This is an action. He's hitting Bear with a staff, this big staff.
Okay. This is like
And then he rolls a nat 1 for the second attack. That does not work. And then the Lich is going to emit a hideous shriek charged with malignant energy, also not a spell. Everybody within 30 feet of Rarak, which I think is everybody except Cornelius. Yep, everybody except for Cornelius. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against being frightened?
It is. It's a fear effect.
Me, Bear, and Derlin are unable to be frightened
Wow, impressive.
because you both are in my aura.
Mm.
Gotcha.
Wow, you're just like aura farming right now. That's for all the kids out there.
I was gonna. Unfortunately, everyone else is just outside of my aura. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Quentin,
15 feet
not
or
Quentin,
10 feet?
10 feet. Yeah.
10 feet. Yeah. All right, so we'll do the saves for everybody else. Bandito and Cornelius, they're both going to fail. This is not going to be good for Cornelius. Let's see
I
here.
thought Cornelius was out of range.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I instinctively rolled for him. It's going to be not good for Bandito. All right, so did anybody who made the saving throw get a 22?
I did not. I rolled a 21.
Oh,
Okay. So you are frightened and unconscious right now. Same with Agatha if you failed. You are frightened and unconscious. So Bandito's going to sleep.
Since I'm in this world as an elf, can I be magically put to sleep?
Oh, do elves, are they immune
elves
to...
can't be put to sleep.
Not in Shadowdark, but I'm in this world.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Very interesting.
Good shit.
Okay. So, Estelle, Agatha never had to deal with this issue before, but you felt like this malaise coming over you. And now you... hold on a second. Yeah, now you're awake. Exactly. Okay. Let's keep going here. Let's go to... Who's next on the list here? That would be... Agatha, you're up. And then Bear's on deck.
I'm trying to figure out a spell here. Well,
And your volume is low, so just make sure you keep your mic close.
yeah, I've done everything to get it up. I'm not. Okay. So Agatha is like, what's going on here? You're gonna have to tell me what stats to use for this.
Sure.
So she's gonna step to the room, drawing her knife and cutting her palm. So I'm prepping for a spell.
Mm-hmm.
What do I got? 1. Okay, well, that's gonna be fine.
A nat 1 on your
No,
cut roll.
Oh, no, that's for
Yeah, your cut roll. Yeah.
yeah, my cut roll. So I'm going to let's see if the spell works. It's probably not gonna work, but you know what? I believe, and I can cast it at advantage.
What's the spell?
Okay. Okay. So Agatha steps in the room and says, "I don't mean to flex. Oh, who do I kid? I'm a T-Rex, and I'm casting a shape change."
Oh my god.
Agatha starts rapping.
Okay, what do I have to beat?
Great powers.
DC 15. Oh yeah, I definitely made that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
So you're turning into a
so do I
T-Rex?
use- Yes, I turn into a
Love
T-Rex.
this move. Love this.
Do I use D&D T-Rex rules or Shadow Dark?
Whichever
I think
one's
Shadow
better,
Dark.
please.
Shadow
Do I
Dark.
have to do Shadow Dark?
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like that's not going to be better.
No, it's really not.
I feel like it's going to be very notably worse than the D&D one. Considering that Cornelius's
the
magic
helpful.
missile did 6 damage.
I don't see a T-Rex.
I wrote it down. Hold on. There's demons and there should be dinosaurs here. 208 is what I wrote before. Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, that's level 9 one. Oh, it has a whopping 44 HP.
That's sick.
Oh my god, that's... Oh.
Are you sure I can't use D&D?
Shadow Dark. Shadow Dark.
Come on, Bob.
Shadow
Come
Dark.
on, come on,
Come
Bob.
on.
We got to see what the
fighting
Shadow
the
Dark
lich.
T-Rex does.
And my AC went down.
Weirdly, I'm worse now.
I like how the dinosaur is weaker than like this shriveled old woman. Like,
Yeah.
hmm.
All right. So what do you want to do? You want to attack?
Yeah, I want to attack.
You want to move your token?
Where should I move it? You're a little guy. I could take a little bit of your space. Wait, I can be right here.
You
I
go
just
there.
walk
Yeah.
over everyone. And I'm going to try to bite this guy. My bonus for my bite attack is +8.
Okay.
So nom nom. Does a 21 hit?
21 does.
Cool. And now I will roll 2d12. Oh, that's 10 damage. 10 biting. I don't think there's a specific damage type.
Do you? Yeah. With this, since it's a spell, we call it magical.
Yeah.
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 Seems fair.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes the damage.
Okay, I guess that's my turn.
Sure. Makes sense. At the end of your turn, though, it's going to use a legendary action.
Oh,
So, let's see here. It is going to... Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen here. Let's see. No, I think it's going to wait. Yeah, it'll wait. It'll wait. It'll wait. Okay, so we'll go to Bear. You're up next.
Okay, so yeah, Bear's looking up at Rarak now, and he's getting upset. You can see his little brow furrowing, and he says, "We gave you a chance. You should have taken it. We just wanted to help you." And Bear flies into a rage.
Mm-hmm.
And so Bear takes out his battle axe and he raises it over his little gnome head, and he lets out wait, I gotta change my background noise suppression. Okay, and he lets out a bellowing a bellowing roar, and to Bear he sounds like "Aah!" as he prepares to strike his foe. But to everyone else in the room, through his little gnome vocal cords, what you hear is
You should keep that off. You sound better.
oh yeah?
It doesn't
Sound better.
filter anything. You actually sound perfectly fine. There's really not any background noise.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
Nice,
Keep it off.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I'll just keep it off.
It sounds good.
Cool. Sweet. So yes, with his shrill shriek, he flies into a rage, and then he He does his best to hack at the lich, the skeletal form. Probably, if possible, I imagine the lich is like kind of tall, so Bear would be aiming for like the knees or pelvis, like where those bones articulate.
Yep.
I don't know. If
And Bear,
would
just
know
real
anything.
quick before you roll, do you have a magical weapon?
No.
No.
come
So
on.
you smash into the creature at his kneecaps, hoping to, sort of like hamstring him here, but it does no damage, and you get the sense that your weapon is just not good enough here. You do see though
bruh.
that there's a scimitar, one that's very, very sharp looking, to the northwest corner here.
Okay. Well, I guess so. I keep my rage because I've attempted an attack.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Then, if I move away, do I get an op attack?
If you move away, yeah, you could take a reaction, but yeah, that's up to you.
I'm not extremely high on HP.
That's up to you.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
All right. I mean, otherwise I'm just useless. So
Okay.
I'll risk it, I guess. One,
All right,
two,
great.
four,
If,
five,
if
six,
you want to
eight.
try to knock him prone first, unless you plan on, because you have 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
It would make his attack at you be at disadvantage. It would mean you wouldn't get another attack this round, but
Mhm.
I only say that because I highly doubt that he can actually beat you in a contested athletics.
Fair. So if I've attacked, can I, like, in lieu of my second attack, can I, like, shove?
Exactly.
Or does it? I can. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Well, then, seeing that my weapon does nothing, I'm going to frustratedly just, like, shove him. Like, try to just, like, shove him right in the knees and push in the wrong direction. So
My knees.
yes.
Go ahead, give me
Instead of
athletics
kicking
check.
the back of someone's knees, you're punching the back of
You're
someone's
punching his
knees.
Go for it. And while
It's an
you're doing that,
uppercut.
Kashar, you're
What,
on
sorry?
deck. You can go give me the athletics check. Then Kashar, you're on deck. Derlin, you're after that.
All right, that's a dirty 20 on the athletics check.
All right, you shove him. He goes 5 feet that way, and then you
I
can
thought
move.
Weren't you knocking him prone?
That was my attempt. Yes. Cause it to have a
Oh,
prone.
tripping
Yeah.
him. Can you actually trip as a action? Is
Well,
that a
sure,
normal
sure.
thing?
Shove.
5
Yeah.
feet or prone.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
Yes.
shove is 5 feet or prone.
Then prone he is.
Pronius.
Pronius. You may move,
Pronius.
Bear. You may move.
Noble
right,
Greek
sweet.
warrior.
Just lays around a lot. All right, so I'm going to, seeing that he's like in repose. 1, 2, 3. Wait, no. 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna scoop up this scimitar.
Nice.
Yeah. Just like, I guess drop my battle axe is what it would have to be.
So I'm going
yeah.
to give you the weapon here, Michelle. You can, either find it on D&D Beyond or not. But here's what you get. It is the Sword of Sharpness.
Cool.
All right, so you can look that up on D&D Beyond and add it to your items as of now, as your weapons right now. So you look it up, learn what it does. We'll come back to you in a little bit.
Sounds good.
Kashar, Derlin on deck. Oh, at the end of Bear's turn, though, Rarak will use a legendary action and teleport himself standing up on the opposite side of the T-Rex next to Kashar, and he's going to make a Death Rend attack as part of this legendary action.
Both?
He gets to teleport, and someone he lands
Legendary.
next to gets to get hit.
What a schmuck.
Yep. All right, so what's your armor class?
22.
22. Let's see what he gets. He misses with a 16.
Slap him.
All right, it's your turn. Slap away.
Yeah, he swings at me. I just like cap, like with the shield, smack his staff up, and says, "You really should have taken the offer." And I'm going to Hexblade's curse him with my bonus action as I twirl my blade. And I am going to cast. Yeah, because that's also a bonus action. We're going to go all out. I'm going to cast Haste on myself as my action, bringing my AC to 24, and giving me that sweet extra attack. I am then going to Action Surge, and with my first attack, I'm gonna make a swing at him, and if I hit, this is going to be a trip attack. That is a 28 to hit.
28 connects.
He needs to roll a strength saving throw. DC. Never remember what my DC is because it's not my spell save DC. DC is oh god, where is it?
What saving throw?
It's not my spell, it's against my my what's it called? My fighter thing, my battle master thing.
Your maneuver.
Yeah. Why do I not see it? It would be it's just my well, I'll just do it manually. It's 16 or 17.
And it's
DC
a
17 strength save.
Strength save. He fails. So he'll go down to the floor.
He goes prone. So he is going to take. I'm going to throw a just a first level smite into this first hit. Yeah, first level smite into the first hit. Just going to do this manually. That is 20. I'm assuming he doesn't have any vulnerabilities. But he is gonna, because he's undead, he's gonna get an extra D8 on this smite. Holy shit!
Wow,
Really
what a roll! 8, 7, 8. Nice.
That's 43 damage on the first hit. Oh, actually, sorry, that's 49 damage on the first hit because he's Hexblade Curse, so he gets an extra 6 on there. Now that he is prone, I'm going to Action Surge and take another 2 attacks at advantage, which I now have triple advantage because of my Elven Accuracy.
Did you not declare Action Surge before, though?
Oh, sorry, I did already. I was thinking I didn't, and I was using my hasted attack. So I'm just gonna continue
your
my
hasted attack.
Action Surge. Sorry, I forgot that I had already declared.
Continuing.
There's too many features on my sheet.
That's true.
Oh, sorry. He also takes the extra D8 from the trip attack.
Okay.
So another 5. So that was a total of 54 damage on that hit.
Nice.
I'm then going to make my other 2 attacks at triple advantage. And I crit on 19s right now.
Cool.
Wow. That is a low roll on that. That is a 30 for the first one. I'm going to actually use my, I don't think a 7. Would I have to use my 8 point of inspiration before knowing if it connects or not?
No.
No? Okay, so
you don't
would
have
a 17 hit?
Sorry. After you roll, you can choose to re-roll the dice. You're right. I don't tell you if you hit or not.
Okay, so I will choose to re-roll. I'll use that inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay.
And we treat it as another D20 roll, not a re-roll of the actual attack, correct?
Correct. Inspiration just re-rolls the die.
Okay. Much better. So that's going to be, both are going to be a 30.
Okay.
That
is.
So in terms of damage, nothing is working. Oh, there we go. I'm going to give you, for ease, I'm just going to give you a total. I'm also going to throw a, what is it, a maneuvering? No, I'm going to throw a disarming attack in here as well. So he's going to have to make another strength save. I'm also throwing 2 4th level smites.
He fails at a strength check.
Okay, so he fails a strength save. I disarm him of the staff.
Sure.
And he's going to take an extra D8. So right now he's taking 23 damage, and I did 2 4th level smites, so that's another 12d8 and another 1d8 for the superiority die. So that's 13d8 plus my hex blade, which is 12.
Nice. Tell me the total when you're done.
That is a total of that's 86 points of damage to him. Yeah, 86 points of damage. I don't think I have any more mustard I can throw on this particular sandwich.
No ketchup?
Absolutely not. Never, not even a drop. I think that's gonna be me. So yeah. I disarm him of the staff and strike 3 times, slashing, blasting arcane energy. And I also realize that I can pact weapon create a weapon. I don't actually have to use a physical weapon.
That's fine.
I forgot that was only if it's a magical weapon. So I am literally using a weapon that as I drew it, you see raven's feathers, almost like metal plates, form to create a segmented metal, curved metal blade that I am then wielding and blasting radiant energy into him.
Nice. Very nice touch there. So if only you did a little bit more damage, I mean, it would have been a nice turn. Derlin is going to show you what a real turn looks like. Derlin, go ahead.
Very well. I'm going to have to take a step back and really shake it all out. And he's prone.
He is.
Very well, great, fantastic. I can't make ranged attacks when he's on the ground as a regular attack. It would be disadvantaged. Wonderful, thanks a lot.
Sorry, are you talking to me and yourself?
Now I've got to try and do something else. Why don't you make a dexterity saving throw? DC 18. Creature.
Which one? Dexterity?
Which one?
You said dexterity?
Saving throw, DC 18 as I cast a 6th level spell.
He succeeds.
DC 18? Oh. Well.
What spell did you cast? What spell did you cast? It was a 6th level spell.
You cast. I think I know it's. Yeah, I know what spell you cast.
Disintegrate. So he takes half of it, which is 36. Okay.
I don't think he does.
Oh, he doesn't take anything if he makes it?
It just says on a failed save, the target takes damage.
Sweet.
But nothing about half damage if they succeed.
So he takes no damage if he succeeds then. If he failed, he would have taken all of it. Anything else from Derlin?
Fly at the target.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like you said, he saves and he refutes your disintegration ray.
Rolls out of the way. Thanks a lot. Great. Yep.
All right. He's going to use this opportunity to cast a spell with a legendary reaction. Randall, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Counting your spell.
Give me a cast.
I will counterspell at... I'm going to use my 5th level counterspell.
All right. Roll
So
your
what's up?
spell.
Still have to roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, he's throwing a big spell at me then.
Wow.
Shit.
That might do it. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 5, so 17 total.
17 total, huh?
Yeah.
Just double checking. So it's 10 plus the spell's level you have to beat?
Yeah.
And it's only your, like I said, only your, whatchamacallit? Intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm. My intelligence is plus
It does not work. You do not. With a 17, right?
This motherfucker's throwing an 8th level spell on a legendary?
Yep. All right. Well,
holy
Randall,
shit.
give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm also going to throw a counter spell his way then.
Do it. Let's do it.
I was hoping that Derlin was gonna be able to counterspell. I was assuming he was going to go for it. I actually have to throw it. Oh no, I have one last 3rd level. I'm gonna throw it at 3rd level.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna
Give me a
roll a charisma check. I don't think I have any extra bonuses to this. No. That is a 12. But I'm going to use what I should have used before to make that miss a hit. Instead of I shouldn't have used my inspiration. I should have used Favored by the Gods, which I'm going to use now.
Which gives you?
So I can roll 2d4 and add it to the total.
What's the matter?
I should have used my inspiration. That's fine. Next time.
Next time.
Big money, big money, big money. That is fuck. Nope, that's a 16. That's gonna fail.
16 fails.
Yep.
Give me that wisdom saving throw.
It's gonna be really funny if I save and nothing happens. That is a 19.
I think you fail, but you get advantage on this. I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. As 21.
Yeah, because it's Dominate Monster is what I cast on you. So, unfortunately, since you're fighting against it, you have advantage on the saving throw. So, I think that is going to put you over the top. I'm just double checking his saving throw here. Yeah, if you... Let's see here. What'd you get again?
I got a 21.
Oh my god, you fail.
I just fail, I think, right? Because it was a
You
DC
fail.
22.
It's a DC 22. You fail. Oh my god.
Oh, I can't believe I used fucking Favor to the Gods on the check.
Oh yeah, he wants you to attack Derlin. He says, "Kill that mage."
Well, you guys have until my next turn to get this thing off of me. otherwise, I'm going to start killing motherfuckers.
All right, we go to who's up here. Let's go to it'll be Zur and then Bandito and Cornelius.
Zur
this
is
is-
unconscious.
Oh, Zur, that's right. Okay, great. Cornelius is going to come over here and wake you up, though. Unfortunately, he goes after you, but he'll start to wake you up. He's going to smack you across the face, and for the first smack, he like looks around, sees if Agus's T-Rex is looking, but he gives you a real hard smack. Just a real right across the face, and then he's like, "Zur, are you okay? Zur, wake up!" Wait.
Sir, you fell into my hand.
Smacks you one more time before you wake up truly. Zur, get up! You wake up, Zur. You see him right before you. What do you do?
Can I act?
I'll let you go now. We'll just swap your places just for fun. Go ahead. What do you do?
Okay. I'm like, wow. What? I'm gonna try to cast then Divine Vengeance.
Ooh, what does this do? I have
It's-
no
it-
idea
these-
what these do anymore.
These spells are so laughable.
No.
In fact, I'm gonna. Well, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have seen him go on get commanded, so I can't do anything about that until I actually
That's
see
true.
that, right?
Yeah, but you still
So
know
I-
your
I-
enemy is, right?
So what I'm gonna do is get up and I'm gonna cast Divine Vengeance. That's what I would do.
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty good spell. Your weapons are +4 magical weapons,
And I can fly.
which is huge. Yeah, and you can fly.
So that's a level 5 spell. So my DC for that is 15.
Mhm.
Let's see. I still have my luck. So, I got it.
Wings sprout from your back.
So now it's like, yeah. So like fiery energy envelops me. And that would be my turn. I can move though, right?
You can move, yeah.
I'm not gonna move in there though, because that would just be stupid. Death is in that room.
Mm-hmm.
I will wait out here.
All right. Bandito goes. And Bandito gets behind. Oh, no, he's asleep. Oh, he's asleep too.
Oh.
Yeah. He's sleeping.
Pretty goes over to him and smacks him across.
Does
Did he
she?
have a toothpick in his mouth when he was when he fell asleep?
It's just dangling right off the edge of his lip. Pretty, do you want to wake him up?
I mean, Pretty's gonna do whatever she wants to do.
What do
This isn't
you?
very much a cat instinct,
it's a
to
cat.
just
It's gonna
smack
crawl
someone.
all over someone's face.
Yeah. So Bandito, she spends her action waking him up, and he's
Oh, it's revenge for grabbing her earlier.
he's like, ugh, this cat. Thanks, cat. He gets up, stands up, and he looks to see what's going on. He assesses the situation, sees that Rarak is doing some sort of spell on Kashar, and is going to take this opportunity to, knowing that the rod must be somewhere in here. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's gonna try to look at other pedestals and see if there's anything there. He doesn't. He spends a double move to look to the other pedestals. He doesn't, and he ends up kind of like behind the throne. That's where he'll be. All right, now we go to top of the order here. It's going to be Rarak. So Rarak will stand up. He again motions to Kashar to attack Durlin. And he is going to back away. Yeah, he's going to back away. No, he's not. He's going to come after you, too. All right, Durlin,
Okay.
armor class.
15.
I noticed he did not pick up his staff.
Yes, he would, though. It's not far from him, is it? It's in the same spot?
No, because I can't. There is no mechanic that allows me to actually move it away from him. So.
Okay, it's only like 10 feet away, so he would
Yeah.
pick it up and move as well. It's not going to be something that prevents him from doing it. So he'll go and he'll attack. And CJ, you said it was 15?
Yep.
All right, you're hit for 26 necrotic.
I don't have my reaction yet. 26.
You're hit. Yep. You're hit again for 27 necrotic.
Cool.
And this time he's going to try to siphon some of your soul. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Gonna fail that. 7.
Okay. You are going to take 21 force damage. And he seems to regain that damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then it will be Agatha's turn and then Bear.
Hope everyone just saw me take 70 something damage.
Oh no.
Would Agatha know? Would Agatha or Bear know what has happened to me? Like, is it at all obvious that I am? I mean, he did verbally say to attack Durlin, but
Yeah. Agatha might. Bear's like behind Agatha, so I don't
Yeah.
know if Bear's not like Michelle said, the last couple of brain cells are rattling around.
Would Agatha possibly
Furiously
know what
running.
would re-trigger a saving throw for a dominate monster?
Kill whatever's in front of her, or attack rather. I don't have a lot of options.
No, I know. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta start. Okay, so it's my turn now.
Yep.
Okay, so I gotta start off with rolling for focus to maintain the spell, right? That's the start of the round.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make it at advantage because I have the specific. What's it called? It was one of the level up bonuses.
Oh, the talents?
Yeah, I got a talent that lets me like do advantage for a specific spell.
Sure.
Oh god, what is my own DC? I have to make my own DC of 15. Which
15,
I
yep.
do. I continue being a T-Rex. I'm a little confused as to what's going on, so I'm just gonna try to bite down on this guy again.
Okay.
And truly Agatha move.
I can't wait to see Kashar in action here.
I'm glad I used my action surge already.
Yeah. Oh, still have haste up, don't you?
have to stay hasted either.
I still have haste, and I have multiple high level spell slots.
Concentrating on that haste, you could always stop concentrating.
Kill him.
Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna add. I don't know how much I can, like.
I think doing regular
hinder
attack, like you're,
myself.
yeah, you don't have to like be like casting spells, but like you're, or like, you know, I mean, you don't have to go overboard on it, but he told you to kill him.
Mm.
Does the 17 hit the lich?
17 does not.
Well, that's my turn.
Oh no.
The Tyrannosaurus doesn't have multiple attacks?
No, this is why I wanted the D&D one.
A lot of
Really
Shadow Dark
lame.
creatures do have multiple attacks, though. You sure?
Tyrannosaurus, it's just what
One
you see is
big
what you
bite?
get.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I should have been a Triceratops. That would have been funny.
It's better. We'll see. Let's see. All right, so you can move if you like to or do something else, but your action is done. Bear, you'd be up next. Kashar, you're on after that. Are we missing somebody, Bear?
Oh, sorry. Estelle, are you done? You
Yeah,
don't
I'm
want to
done.
like move around? Okay.
As a Shadow Dark character, I don't get bonus actions.
Wow. Okay. Well.
True.
Well then, I guess so. At this point, Bear has like picked up this scimitar of sharpness, and it's like one of those moments where it's like, ah, and he's like looking up at it. It's like radiant in front of him, and he's like, wow. Looking at one side and the other as like the fight's going on behind him. He's just like in his own little world with the sword, and then suddenly he like turns around. He looks at the lich. He's like, I'm gonna get you, and he darts forward.
Is there? I'm gonna ask Bob. Is there? Am I fully like it? Because I know people rule dominate differently. Would I be able to say anything that is of my own mind, or am I fully gone?
Well, I don't think you'd be able to speak on this. I think
Okay.
you would definitely just obey the command, right? That's
Sure,
you obey
sure.
the command best of your ability. So speaking would be like not obeying the command if you're trying to
Yes, yeah,
thwart.
okay.
Yeah. All right, Bear. You want to run up and attack?
Yes.
Do it.
Like,
Amount of damage.
all right, I'm gonna get you. And yeah, would it be possible to stay like between Agatha's giant T-Rex feet? Like she's towering over and around Bear, and then Bear's just like right between her feet, kind of.
I
Sure,
don't even
visually we
see
could say that.
Your
Yeah.
little icon at all.
I can move the toe. I can move you back one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
There you go.
So then yeah, from there, Bear's gonna attack with his shiny new scimitar of sharpness.
Let's see it.
Wow. Oh my gosh, a 16.
Oh, 16
You can
doesn't hit.
reckless
This
if you
isn't.
want.
Please. What? Sorry?
Yeah,
You can reckless if you want.
Okay.
it's the one where you get disadvantage.
To give you, if you wanted to get advantage, it would just. Give
It's disadvantage
against
on. It's they have advantage attacking you as well. Is what that is. But
Uh-huh.
they.
You still have
You
your,
both get advantage. Yeah.
your luck token as well.
Oh yeah, your luck token.
Oh. What does that do again? I'm so sorry. Can you remind me real
You
quick?
can
Sorry,
reroll.
it's just inspiration for you. Yeah,
Gotcha. Oh, yes. Thank you.
it's your reroll.
All right. Can we say that I attacked recklessly? Would you allow me to do that?
Yeah, you can.
Or-
Yeah, but you just again, if he
Rapidly.
attacks you, it'd be advantage as well.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Well, Bear's upset now, so he's not looking out for his own well-being. Here we go. So it is even worse. Never mind.
It's okay,
Oh,
but you have your
fine.
second attack, so go ahead.
All right. I just keep throwing these dice.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey.
And-
Good advantage though.
I believe you get advantage on that
Yes,
as
you
well
do.
because
You get 12.
you're reckless.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just in case you crit.
Yeah, just in case. All right, cool. So a 25 hits, yes.
Mhm.
All right. 20 on the attack roll.
And what does the scimitar do for you?
Okay. All right. Item description, please. Can I send this to
Here, I'll send it to you all again.
PTT? Yes. Okay. When you
Okay, so you-
attack an object. Oh, yes. Maximize your weapon damage dice against the target.
Ah,
If you roll a 20, that target takes an extra 14 slashing damage. If I did not roll the 20. Yeah, and it's like you just remove chunks of its body if you do get a crit. And then it has a command word that causes the blade to shed bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim light for an additional 10 feet. Turn it into
Sweet.
a torch.
yeah. So actually, but the most important thing is the fact that it is a magical weapon. So you hit, and the magic damage will go through, whereas your other axe was not really usable. So
Mhm.
that damage, a 20 damage, will go through, which is kind of negating the damage he stole from Derlin's soul. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
And you do hit once.
Yeah. All right.
It also
so-
triggers a concentration check, right?
That is true. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Come on,
Let's roll
big
it.
one. Big one.
This is a big
money,
one here.
Big money.
So
Small
just to
money.
make sure I'm doing this right, con check. Yep, he's good. He rolled a 19, so half the damage is 10. All right, now we go to Kashar. Light him up.
I might kill Derlin, guys.
Oh, God.
I
Derlin's dead.
kill Derlin.
Derlin,
Let's see.
dead.
Bear screams, "Finish him off, Kashar! Do it!" Not realizing what Kashar is going through right now.
I think in Kashar's mind, he sees Rerak, stupidest fucking name. Stupid name. And
To be fair, he doesn't like it either.
Here's this command to kill Derlin, and is like thinking, why would I do that? And I turn and I see Derlin, and I think I see Derlin holding the book.
Mm.
Like I think like that is like the thing that he uses to like convince him in his mind, and like sees Derlin holding the book and reading from it.
And it is the Book of
And-
Vile Darkness, is what we're referring to.
Yes. So he sees the Book of Vile Darkness, as he knows that is what Derlin is hunting here, just
One evil before the other.
and goes straight for Derlin. How
He wants you to kill him.
How much mustard?
He wants you to kill
How
him.
much mustard? I still have quite a bit of mustard.
He wants you to kill him.
Okay. Here. Derlin is a frail wizard in your eyes, so it probably shouldn't take much to kill him.
Love this
Okay.
argument.
So,
Okay.
I'm just saying, you might not try very hard because it's like he's just a weak dude. How hard do you have to try to kill a frail old man? You really need to try that hard.
Let's see.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna smite you.
That should be probable because you can just easily add damage to that. But I think that's all you have to. You don't have to like use other abilities. I feel like that. Well, he wants you to kill him. That's what he said.
I'm gonna. I have 3 attacks.
Let's do one at a time. Go ahead. Attack.
I will die if you hit me with all 3. He will be dead.
It says here you can use your action to take total and precise control of the target, but he has to do that on the next turn.
Didn't he use his action on this past turn though, to attack Derlin?
Oh yeah, you're right. He didn't do that. Yeah. Either way, it's fine. But so it's like I was thinking he could do it on his next turn. But yeah, no, it's fine. But he says he wants you to kill Derlin. That's his. Okay. You have to do the best that you can to achieve that goal.
The best that I can is gonna kill him.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I bonus action. Use a channel divinity to mark him as with a vow of enmity, giving me advantage on my attacks.
Derlin.
Really? You think you need advantage to hit me? What a coward! What a coward!
Let's see it, Randall.
Which means I have triple advantage.
Let's see it, Randall.
Sure. Gotta use advantage to hit a weak old man.
25.
25.
That is 13. Did we decide? Am I going full tilt here, or because he didn't use an action, am I not going full tilt?
Well, the action says he can take total and precise control of the target, but it still says here you
still gave me the command to kill him.
You have to do your best to obey.
Okay. I do 28 damage on the first hit.
I'm down.
Down. Second attack.
You would have advantage because I'm. And I'll lose 2 death saves.
That's 2 failed death saves.
Yep.
You have to hit though. You could roll double ones, triple ones.
I rolled a 28.
Oh, you rolled it already. Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I have a 1 in 3,000 chance of missing Derlin with advantage.
Okay, and then the last attack, you'd have to roll again.
Derlin's dead.
If I hit with this,
if he hits.
Oh god, it's actually a crit. It's a legit crit.
Derlin.
Well, I only use 1 first level smite.
Yeah.
That's true.
You did.
But
well,
I need the description here.
Him.
I need the description here.
And
then CJ, you're gonna follow up with what Derlin does during this moment. Go ahead.
I see Derlin holding the book, see him reading from it, and just, I think like it is a moment of like a boxer dropping his hands and just walking towards an opponent. Like it is no longer a moment of this is a contest. This is a moment of I'm going to get this done.
Wow.
And just turns, sees Rerak standing next to him, sees Derlin with the book, reading from it, and in his mind, which is being warped by this lich, walks over, grabs Derlin's shoulder, and just says,
I had hoped that you were less of a fool than your master.
and stab him through the chest. And the blade blasts, like shines with light. And then I just reverse grip and shove upwards, cutting into the heart.
Derlin,
and
what's
push
your
him down off of the blade.
What's going on in Derlin's mind as this happens?
Derlin reaches forward, goes for Kashar's face, touches his hand, says, "You can still save me."
Does him not using the stupid voice give me another save?
Unfortunately, it doesn't, but Rarak is celebrating this. He smiles wide. Good. Good. And he's going to eventually, on his turn, kill the rest of them. But, of course, we'll wait till that happens. Okay. So that's the end of Kashar's turn. We jump down to Zur. Oh my god. And the end of Derlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow. Maybe. Who knows? It's D&D after all. Oh, and Bandito looks over the throne, and you can see almost like a sadness in his eye, like a tear drops down his.
Now Bandito's never getting that money.
Right.
Do I have
his revenge?
Do I have a moment where I am aware of what I've done? Like, is there like a blip in the thing of like when Derlin falls and the command is complete that like I am slightly aware, even if I don't have control?
Yes.
It may be slightly aware, yeah. But I think
Would I
it
be able
will
to
really
say
hit you when
anything?
the command comes, when the dominate is over.
Would I be able to say anything in that moment?
Something quick.
I glance at Bear and just say, "Kill me
Mm.
So
now."
Bear's just staring with like a face of utter horror. Like all of the blood has drained from his face and his eyes are like saucers.
I think it is a moment where you see Kashar's, like that severity of that moment that he had with you before, but without the intensity of like a threat. And then seconds after you see a like twitch, and then there's that same severity, but with the look of a threat, as he is now looking to you as his next target.
Zur, you will be up. You see this happen. You're right next to Derlin, so.
All right, so I'm gonna fly in, get up high. How high is the ceiling?
In this chamber, the ceiling is... We're going to go with 20 feet. I think it is higher than the normal areas of this
All right,
chamber.
so I'll get up to there, and I'm gonna use the spell Command.
Oh, ooh.
And I'm going to command Kashar to sit.
Good boy.
And there's no save.
There's no save.
No save?
Shadow Dark
No
doesn't
save.
have saves, yeah.
What the fuck? That's so... All of
So,
this is so fucking weird.
I issue
Yeah.
a verbal command. One creature in range can understand you. The command must be one word, such as kneel. I chose sit. The target obeys the command for as long as I focus. And there it is. If your command is ever directly harmful, it may make a charisma check. But making you sit is not directly harmful to you. So sit.
Interesting. Roll your spell cast.
Oh, I gotta make the spell cast.
I was gonna say, does it happen? I have no idea what happens with Shadow Dark.
It's a level 3.
So 13 is what you need.
I have a +7.
Oh no!
I'm gonna wait. No, I'm gonna re-roll. Because
You actually need a
hold on.
6.
I need a 6.
Yeah,
There it is.
there it is. So
All right,
Kashar, you've got to obey this command now. I think this, in this way, redominates you.
How does that? Does it work like the D&D command where it's like on my turn? Is it or is it like I immediately follow it as like a reaction?
I have it
The
open
target
here.
obeys the command for as long as you focus. So you would probably sit right now. And
Yeah, I
then
think you would sit now in the Shadow Dark book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's
yeah.
it. So long as I continue to maintain my focus, you will continue to sit.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean you can't do other stuff while you're sitting.
I was gonna say, if anybody gets close to me while I'm sitting, I think I can still probably kill him.
Yeah.
I think Kishar has this vision and like almost has it like feels that and sees almost from Zer's perspective what he actually just did to Durlin, and has that moment and like eyes wide and just falls to his knees and kind of sits on his feet, like sword barely staying in his hand.
Yes.
Yeah, so because this is a Shadow Dark spell and there's no saving throw on it, I think what this would do is this would just break the concentration on the first dominate, because they're both kind of dominating you, and there's no ruling for how it would work like that. Like in theory, in D&D, they require you to cast like Dominate Monster again or something like that. So I don't think that would happen. Spell doesn't explicitly state that you can override the existing one. So in theory, if you were casting it on it, the creature would take another saving throw and potentially break the concentration of the first one. So I feel like this just kind of overrules that. But it's two different systems. So because like right now, if he says do something, well, then he'd have to cast Redominate you, I think, is the way I would play it here in this case. Because otherwise he would be breaking your rule, right?
So is this a positive plus a negative, and now I'm zeroed out, or is this
you're under Zer's control now?
I'm now okay. There's a new daddy, is what you're saying.
There's a new daddy.
There's a new daddy.
Yes. Daddy's
Yes.
here.
Okay.
I love it.
So,
Daddy.
There's a new daddy. Okay.
new daddy. Oh, it's too good.
Daddy
All right.
2 has entered the game.
Interesting.
I love it. One of the only spells that's actually useful in this game.
Well, any Shadow Dark spell that doesn't have a saving throw, I talked to this Estelle, that's just really good because that's what there's no legendary save against it. There's nothing. It's just
I was gonna say the likelihood that I failed my save against the Dominate was very low. I have a plus 13, and even if it wasn't Dominate, I had advantage against Charm. Which is why I was like, if I take any damage, the likelihood I succeed is very high.
Yeah.
But
all right.
So am I just not? I'm not dominated by him
No, you're
all.
dominated by Zer now. Yeah.
Okay, fully just dominated by Zer. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bandito would be next, and Bandito is going to be searching around. He's going to make an investigation check because he's looking for the rod piece. Let's see.
This motherfucker. This is not Bandito. This is gonna be fucking Kaz. It's gonna be fucking Kaz.
Kaz can't be everywhere at once, right?
This isn't all simultaneous. He was in the last chapter for like 8 seconds.
Let's see here. He looks through the throne, and he finds a compartment with keys in it. He holds up the keys and looks behind him. There's a door here. I don't think he does this in secret. So Zer, you can see it. Agatha, you could see it. Bear probably could see it. All right, we go to Cornelius. Cornelius is going to shoot a magic missile at Rarak. He actually hits, and he does 1 point of damage.
Bob, I think these systems aren't perfectly compatible.
Take that! And he runs over towards Zer. He's like,
he just did less than a quarter CR NPC.
Take that! Well, he's also he's a level 1 wizard, and he's got 1 HP. So that's Cornelius. He's got 1 HP.
If I just punched him,
yes,
he would die fully.
He would die.
He would
yes,
fully die.
Die.
Happened to him once.
Yeah, lots of bad things have happened to Cornelius. He's lived through it all, though. We
Oh,
go to
clearly enough.
Rarak, and Rarak is very upset right now. He's going to take it out on, I think, Bear is going to be the case.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Bear, what's your armor class again?
19.
19. All right, for the first attack,
Bear looks up at Rarak, trembling, holding his sword. Knees knocking.
21.
That hits.
So you get 19 necrotic. You are raging, so you take half of it because you're the bear barbarian.
Okay.
Second one,
I guess
19.
9.
30 necrotic, so that halves to 15.
Okay.
And then give me a charisma saving throw.
Woof. Okay. A 6.
Okay, you take 21 force damage, and he heals 21 force damage.
Wow, I'm down.
You half that as well, right?
Yes.
Even having it?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Then that was 14 damage? No.
It would be
21.
so in total he's done 19, which halves to 9, and then he did 30, which halves to 15, so that's 24, and then the last one was 21, which halves to 10.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was at 14 before the last one, so now I have 4 HP.
You have 4 hit points. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Next up, it would be Agatha. What's up, Ags?
Can't hear you, Ag.
I'm gonna drop being a T-Rex because that doesn't seem to be helpful. Okay. Cool.
Don't land on
It
the
was
bear.
very cool though.
It was
Does,
cool.
but it just does not translate well.
No.
Yeah. As Agatha's transforming back, like thunk, like her knee knocks into the top of Bear's head, and Bear's like,
Kills
That
bear.
does 4 damage.
and that
does
does it.
4 damage. Yeah.
Both Agatha and bear die instantly.
Let's see what Shadow Dark spells you got, Agatha.
Hmm.
Do you have power word kill?
God, I wish I didn't do that one. Okay, so I have my knife out. I'm gonna cut my hand again. It's just all knotted up with many scars by now. Let's see. It's a 2.
2 damage. Yep.
Alright, so I take.
And just speak loud, as it's hard to hear a little bit. Yeah.
it's- I don't know what's going on with
No,
this,
no worries.
but,
It's fine. Just,
Okay, so
pronounce.
6 plus 2. Gosh, I hope I get it. Does anyone
What are
have
you casting?
inspiration? I'm gonna try to cast Soul Jar.
Soul Jar. Oh.
Yeah.
Is this from the witch spells?
Yes, I'm gonna tap on his shoulder.
Uh-oh.
I tap on your shoulder and you say bye. I take over your body and see through your eye.
Oh, lots of dominating going on now.
Um,
Is rapping.
Okay, that
Oh.
beats my DC of 15.
Yeah, you beat it. What does this do? Do you want to read it?
Soul of one creature you touch into a vessel such as a jar. The
Oh.
creature's body becomes comatose but doesn't die. Now, the catch here is it's supposed to be either level 9 or lower.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right. And we talked about level
Uh-oh.
9. Yes, yes, yes. So we said, Agatha, remind me, we actually talked about this. We said it was going to be, what was the multiplier? 4?
Did we do a multiplier?
We said it was going to be a multiplier for this because there's no leveling in D&D.
Yeah.
Or we doubled. Doubled? That sounds right. I
Say,
think
if you're talking about CR
Yeah.
and you
No.
quadrupled, that would mean that would work on Tiamat.
We're actually not talking about CR. We're talking about hit dice. Yeah.
Oh, hit dice.
Hit dice. Yeah, we said that there was going to be a number that we just doubled, and that would be whatever the level it works on, we're going to double it.
Okay.
And his hit dice is 21. So it doesn't affect him. It's close. It's super close. It's 21, though.
No! Wait,
Yeah.
no, but he's been damaged. He's hurting now.
Actually, that's not a... You know what, Estelle? That's not a
That's
bad
what
way
we
to look
get.
at it. It's not a bad
Yeah.
way to look at it.
I
However,
was gonna say, how do you rules lawyer when all of the rules are made up?
however,
I want,
he d-
I want to use the spell.
I know. So here's what we're gonna do. He, like, I know that he is weakened, right? But at the same time, he does have enough hit dice, and he would have, if it was D&D rules, magic resistance and legendary resistance. So I'm gonna say it doesn't affect him because that would be too easy. Like he is more powerful than that spell.
Somebody died.
Well, if
Somebody died.
it is sad, but no, he is not contained within your jar, and he even scoffs at your jars. He's like, a mason jar.
Uh,
Insulting.
Can I do one more little thing?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to do something really stupid.
Okay, just say it louder.
But it might be an action. But can I please do this very stupid thing?
What is it?
I want to take out my bag, my magic bag,
Okay.
and I'm gonna stick my hand in there and pull out a very angry badger and throw it next to the lich.
Okay. We'll say that you can we because the spell may have been something you know wouldn't well, I guess you wouldn't have known it work. But you can start taking out your badger. We'll put a badger here soon.
Okay, thank you. Thank
The
you.
badger's coming out.
Yes.
all right,
It
let's
worked
jump down
really
to-
well on the last lich.
Bear.
You're killing
up.
us. I killed Derlin, but you're killing us.
Bear, you're up.
Bear looks in bewilderment at the angry badger that has suddenly appeared in the middle of the tussle. Looks over at Derlin's corpse. Looks at Kashar, who's just like planted on the ground. Bear looks down at himself. He's like dripping blood. He's barely standing at this point. His knees are like buckling under him. And he lifts the scimitar for one last weak swing at the lich. Please, he whispers, please. And he swings the scimitar.
Recklessly?
Sure, why not? Oh, well.
Damn.
Either
Okay,
way.
two
See
of
if you
the
crit.
same roll. All right, cool. All right. So we have 22 damage, and then Bear's gonna swing it again. Reckless is once
The whole turn.
The
whole
whole
turn.
turn.
Whole turn.
Fabulous. Okay.
Yeah, Reckless is awesome.
Yeah. All right. So then the 25 hits. All right. So we do 22 and 19.
He's looking hurt. He's real bad right now.
Okay. All right.
I think that's all you've got, though, right? 2 attacks is what your max?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all I've got. I don't have a bonus action, right? No, I'm
Not when
not
I
in a
think-
frenzy.
Yeah, not when they think they would do anything in this case. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bear says, "Come on, guys. We can do this." He's like
So-
weak. He's like almost like falling over at this point.
4 hit points, yeah. In fact, he is going to take this action and teleport and do 1 rend on you.
Okay.
A
Is
crit
there any
hit.
chance you could drop that dominate now?
He crits
Is
you.
there-
He crits you and does a total of 44 damage. Necrotic damage. So that'll half, but still puts you out. You fall to the ground, unconscious, not dead, but unconscious. It's going to come down to the Shadow Dark characters versus Rarak at some point.
Oh.
This stuff is directly damaging.
But it will be... Actually, it's Kashar's turn right now.
So I mean, I can't move. I have to remain seated.
You don't have to, but you don't have to not do anything. You can attack from where you are. Just stay seated. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is the dominate maintained on me? I don't know. I don't know
It
how.
says the target obeys the command for as long as I focus.
Yep.
So you're sitting.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all you're doing.
On my turn, I would do something
Release
else,
you.
which would free you from it.
Yep.
I'm seeing that he is able to teleport.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to hope that means that I may be able to teleport in this room. I'm going to try to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen as I, with my sword in hand, just hold it, and I like let go of the hilt and grab the blade, and I'm like squeezing onto the blade, and just like speaking into the blade, into the weapon with the pommel against my forehead.
Matron, I have lost my mind here. Guide my blade so that death may get its due.
And I like just squeeze the blade, like allowing my blood to run down it, and use my Blessing of the Raven Queen. Does it work?
Where do you teleport to?
I want to teleport to right behind him.
Sitting down, though, of course.
Sitting down. I am going to take 3 attacks against
You
him.
have disadvantage because we're counting this as like being on the
As
ground.
prone. Yeah. I'm going to take 3 attacks against him. Disadvantage. Let me just check one thing. Because I have... Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take 3 attacks. Disadvantage.
Roll to hit.
It's 23.
You hit.
Okay. I'm going to use a disarming attack. Or sorry, I'm going to use a trip attack on this.
Good.
So he has to roll a DC 17 strength save.
Roll your damage, though.
I'm also,
and your trip.
I'm going to throw a 4th level smite into this.
Noticed you didn't throw an extra divinity in there for the super advantage.
It was a bonus action. I had to. It was either I was going to do that.
Derlin.
I was going. I had to teleport to get to him.
And Randall, this will destroy Rarak. He has 2 hit points left, so the smite will be enough damage to kill him. What do you do?
I think with this blessing, I see like the blade in my hands, blood pouring down it. As the blood drips, it just turns into it runs down the blade and then falls off the blade, turning into the feather of a raven, and just kind of drifts to the ground, and where I was, that raven feather remains, and I appear on the other side of Rarak, and I look up.
Thank you, matron.
And I don't grab the blade by the hilt. I just twist it and grab him by the back and pull him back down onto the blade, holding the blade by the blade, and just drive it up through his rib cage as far as I can until either his ribs break or my arm does.
Oh, we lost somebody. Derlin came back.
He's now Sir.
Derlin's back. No, let's switch you in your spots here. We don't need the roll 20 at this point. Rarak turns into a pile of dust on the floor. After that attack, your arm does not break. His body does first. When he falls to the ground and disintegrates, you see Bandito standing there holding the keys up looking at everybody. And he says, Now, before you all get all hostile towards me, I think time we all come clean. He says, you there, goes to Kashar. I heard you talk about Vecna. Seems like we might be on the same side. I'm angry with you. I wanted to be one of the killed, Durlin. There's more important matters at hand here. He takes one of the keys, opens up the door, and kind of steps aside so everybody can see within. And inside, on a pedestal, is a glowing green piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. And he says, you see, I'm working for someone, a vampire. Puts a toothpick in his mouth. Goes by the name Cass. And, he needs this. But it sounds like you're all looking for the same thing.
Are we in initiative still?
No initiative.
Okay.
He says, perhaps it'd be best if we combine our resources and use this against Vecna.
I, before I do anything, just quicken a gentle repose onto Durlin and throw 3 hit points from my lay on hands into Bear. And like I think I do that like holding my blade in my offhand and just like don't break eyes from Bandito. And so Bear, you're awake. Durlin, you are no longer decaying.
So Gentle Repose says they can't decay or be undead.
Which also means it also stops the timer on things like Revivify.
Yeah.
So I if I hadn't downed you in that first hit, I would have had to use my last second level, which would make it so I can't do that. But I had 1 second level left, so I cast Gentle Repose on him with that second level.
Cool.
To stop that timer, because I can't get to him to revivify him right now.
Okay.
Wow, thank you.
And Bear is awake. And I stand.
He says to Agatha, look, it's been fun and all, hanging out with you, but I don't think this is gonna be something you continue on with here. This is beyond. You got what you wanted, your friend back, and the other one. Just get on out of here. You're muted, I think, Estelle.
Oh, shit.
We didn't. You're not muted, but we didn't hear it for some reason.
Oh, we didn't hear it.
I'm gonna look at Kashar to see if he wants me to do anything about him.
I think you've seen Kashar kill 2 things in this room, and he's looking at number 3 right now.
Well, Pretty is right next to Bandito right now.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna rub up against his leg, and through Pretty, I'm gonna try to cast Soul Jar again.
Okay. Go ahead, cast it.
You're not going very far. You're staying in my Soul Jar.
Hey.
Of course, I do the knife, of course. Okay, that's a 3. Okay.
Agatha needs someone to beatbox for her.
Oh, did I beat my DC? I did! I rolled over 15. So...
Bandita goes, no, what are you doing?
I transfer into... Okay, I'm transferring the soul of him into a vessel, such as a jar. The creature's body becomes comatose, but it doesn't die. If the vessel opens or breaks, the creature's soul returns to its body. I can also possess this empty body, if I wanted to.
He's yours.
I won't. I pull like a glowing jar out of my sleeve. And I turn to Kashar and like, would you like this, handsome elf?
I look at the jar, see Bandito.
Like Bandito just falls down after the cat
Yeah.
rubs something against his leg.
Well, that was effective.
Yes. I'm often told that.
Can we talk to him while he's in there?
You could lie if you want. Yes.
Oh, no, I like Kashar. Kashar's been good to me.
Yeah. So was Bandito.
You know, he kept, Pretty told me what he did, okay? Grabbing her by the neck like that. Agatha doesn't forget.
That's right. All right, so you have the jar of Bandito's soul, and his body is at your disposal. At this point, I think everybody, well, not everybody, but we have a conclusion to this chapter here. Durlin's body will be transported back to the ship. Kashar, you can scour this place. It seems like what he said is true. The eye of Vecna, nor the hand of Vecna, are located in this tomb. If he said what he said and is correct, you're centuries too late. Apparently, he thought of this already. So.
When I fought Vecna, he had his eye, though, right?
That's correct. He did not have his eye.
He did not have his eye.
Nor his hand.
Nor his hand.
Yep, and so that doesn't match up with your timeline either. Like, he didn't have either. But somebody must have it.
And is there any evidence of another phylactery in here?
No. The items you could take, though, they're up to you. They're the crystal, the real versions of the crystal ball, the copper tomes, which are like a manual of bodily health, which is pretty cool. The sword, and then and then the wand of the war mage, and Durlin wanted, but well, right now he's not able to use it. And then there's the scarf, which is just a decorative thing, and there was one other item which I can't remember right now, but you can take them all. I'll just have them all, and we'll make sure that we don't forget what you got in this tomb, but that's it. There is nothing else here.
I think since I put Gentle Repose on Durlin, I have 2 slots that I can use. I'm going to use my first one to cast Speak with Dead.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of sit beside him, place my blade on my lap, and look at him.
I'm sorry, there was always a chance it would end in that, but even if it did, I did not want it to happen in that way. I have the chance to bring you back to this side of the veil. But I need to know a few things first. Why do you want the book?
It was Runar who sent me after you in the book. He says that it is necessary for stopping Vecna. It was the plan we had in place before we knew of the rod. I did not even know about the rod, but it seems that this rod is very important, so this was the original plan, and I see that the rod has now superseded this. But Runar thought that perhaps you would be helpful in helping with relinquishing the book.
Do you or Runar both believe, or either believe, that I have the book in my personal possession?
It was assumed that you were the only one who knew where the book was. You were the most recent person that we knew where the book was, and he said that you would be the one who would have it. Did not know if you actually had it on you, but you're the best lead we have on the book.
And now that you know the rod is more important, what are your intentions in regard to the book?
Any weapon against Vecna is one that we must use. Vecna, just as you are looking for his eye and his hand, and you believe that those will be useful in taking him down?
If you were to find the book, would you read it and use its magic?
I cannot say. I was only sent here after it with Runar. For Runar and the other mages of the Conclave. That was what our intentions were.
I have one more question left because it's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Once he says that it's the conclave, I think you see a look over his face. And he just looks. He puts
The
the
High
blade,
Order
he
of
dismisses
Mages.
the blade, and just kind of gets close to Derlin's body.
Is there anyone that you would like me to give a final wish to?
Wow.
There is a young boy. He lives in Waterdeep. He's been searching for something. If you find him, that's the one. You'll know him when you see him.
Oh.
As I can feel the spell fading, just kind of put my hand on the side of his head, push his hair out of his face.
You will find the matrons in place. And I hope that it is comforting. I am sorry, Derlin.
And I cast a spell magic on the gentle repose.
Ooh. So, I imagine this happening in a few ways. Number one, you could, in theory, do it there in the tomb, but it seems like maybe getting out of the tomb might have been the case. This could be done on the boat ride back or something like that, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just so you're out of the way. But you've scoured the room. Agatha and Zur and Bear, you carry the bodies. You come back. Yagnir as well, waiting at the boats. You get on the boats and you turn away from this Isle of Serpents, never to come back again. When you reach shore and teleporting is an option, you'll start to, I think Kashar would probably teleport away. Bear, you do have the ability to use your Sanctum Stone to get back to the mages. And
Yeah.
I guess the last thing to clarify is who took the rod piece. And Kashar, obviously, it seems like you could take it from them if that's the choice. Or do you want to go back to the mages with it?
I think knowing that, remind me, he said that he traded the eye to whom? Did he say specifically?
To Vecna.
So he gave Vecna's eye back to him centuries ago?
That's what he said.
So I know that he was either lying or was mistaken.
Correct.
Because I saw Vecna far less than that ago, and he did not have his eye.
Correct.
I see Bear with the rod piece. And I think I go to Bear, just say, I need to ask you. You of this group are very plainly the purest of heart. I do not want you to think of the opinion of Dobby. I do not want you to think of the opinion of me, or the consequences of anyone around you right now. I want you to think only of what you feel in your heart. Do you trust that you and your comrades with this conclave can end Vecna?
As Kashar like approaches Bear and says this, Bear's having a really hard time even like looking at Kashar's face. So every time he looks up, he just like his mind replays the image of Kashar like, you know, impaling Durlin and then like driving a sword through like his abdomen. And like Bear is so horrified, he's like sweating as Kashar talks to him, and he looks at the ground, he looks to the side, he looks everywhere but at Kashar. And he's just like silent. He can't talk. He can't look at Kashar. He's just listening and absorbing what Kashar is saying. And when you reach that like question and the concluding point, Bear just silently, like he's trembling, but he just nods.
And he just takes your hand that is not holding the rod and places it onto the rod.
Use everything you can.
He nods again.
You've seen me do something that you find horrible. And it was. Know that there will likely be a moment that you will have to do something horrible to succeed in your endeavors. I want you to know, if all things were equal, I would have Durlin come back. I am not going to lie to you, Bear. I could have done it. But the danger that he posed to the world and to this effort, with the knowledge that he seeks and his master seeks, was too great. Trust your own heart.
Bear shivers with fear, but he nods. I understand. And he takes the rod piece and stashes it.
So now the question I have to you is, Randall, where are you? Where is Kashar going? Bear, obviously, you're going to go back to the sanctum. When the boat does end up... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, again, would it be possible just to say that like Bear backtracked and retrieved his immovable rod from that bridge by the room?
Oh,
by the
yeah, I'm not going to...
If it's lost, it's lost.
You would get your items back, yes.
Sweet.
So
Okay.
real quick,
Does
though...
my sword regenerate?
No. But real quick, though, so the boat, I imagine, would come to shore. Bear would have departed, because, again, this is... You got to keep this close to the vest here. You would depart with your Sanctum Stone. When the boat ends... Zur and Agatha would get off wondering where their friends all went. Kashar, I assume, would also have teleported away. Is this correct? Or do you not have teleport, actually? I just realized you're not.
I don't have teleport. I'm up to 5th level spells.
So it's up to you if you'd like to go with Bear with the Sanctum Stone. But Bear would teleport you, not Estelle and Chris.
I would ask if Agatha would be willing to allow me to take the jar and Bandito to the conclave.
To you. You gave this old woman quite the thrill out here. I'm a little sad that the wizard died, but there are ways to fix that if you really want to.
Yes, there are.
You be a good boy now, okay? It's a rough world out there.
I know. You are far more than you appear.
Zer, we survived 2 tombs with 2 liches, Cornelius says.
Too many.
Bye, everybody. And Cornelius and Zer and Agatha will bid you farewell as the 2 of you teleport back to the sanctum. So the boat comes in. Yagnir goes back to the Supernatural 20 Guild. Again, already risking too much, not quite knowing exactly what the plot is here. He's going to go back to the Supernatural 20 Guild. The 2 of you will head back to your own homes in your own time. And the body of Durlin stays there on Oworth for the time being. All right, everybody. That's the end of chapter 7. Until next week, we will be back it is Wednesday next week. So we'll be back very soon. So until then, we will see you on the tabletop. Have a great night, and see you soon. Bye.
Runar
Great,
knows
everybody.
wish.
Great chapter today.
Bye, guys.
Yes, you need a wish. You need a wish.
Runar can cast wish.